What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Flagrant 2, No Easy Buckets analysis by assholes, water cooler commentary for your sports needs. I'm Andrew Schulz. I'm here with Akaash, Singh, Real Life Kaz. Eden is in the building. We're waiting on Alex. Myself and Kaz just flew in from Charlotte All-Star Weekend.
Came in very
hot. Akaash is about to fly out to India for some weddings and some shows. So we caught each other on basically like a 3-hour window in New York City to deliver this content. All-Star Weekend.
Yeah.
Charlotte. Horrible place to do that. Oh my God,
holy
bro.
shit.
Dude, first of all, women, the jig is up, bro.
Yo.
Once girls realized that they could be flown out from Instagram, because they used to go to like All-Star to hunt.
That
it was
the
a
time.
Fucking hunting ground.
That was the
right?
time, yeah.
I remember
before social media.
Years ago, girls would go and plan out which hotels the players were in.
Oh yeah.
It was
Kaz got his hair cut for Charlotte.
Oh yeah,
for no fucking reason.
So we
I'm
went
not a
there.
single man, so that's another thing.
We went there.
So it's never for any reason anymore.
That's my girl listens to the podcast.
Yes.
Cover my ass shit. And you were very good out
Thank
there.
you.
I did not see you do anything out there.
I was on my
at
best
all.
behavior.
But it was very easy. Dude,
They were cosmetically challenged out there,
chicks,
bro. Oh my gosh.
And also there's this new like fashion trend amongst girls where like they're wearing these like short dresses that are kind of almost like a felt material.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? They're almost like kind of
like terry cloth or something?
Not a terry cloth. It's almost like a velvet or something like that.
It's not velvet.
There was this fat fucking girl, man. This fat fucking girl. And she was wearing a neon one, and she just looked like a Pen 5 tennis ball.
Oh,
you
yes,
remember
now
that
I remember.
girl?
Oh my God. Okay, so it was like, you know what it is? You ever seen Monsters Inc?
Yeah.
Bro, did you guys have Weeples as a kid? Do you remember Weeples when you would sell well, this is maybe a New York thing, but you would sell the magazine subscriptions in school?
Yeah.
And if you signed up, then you got these little Weeples.
Yes.
She was dressed as a fucking Weeple, dude. And this was what the VIP was stacked
That's
this
a
is
public
the VIP.
school. That's a public
That's
school.
a public
Come
school
up there.
shit. You hustle your parents into buying like 14 designer magazines.
Never read any
What did you get?
My parents would
It
just
was
be
like to
"Can I
raise
just
money?"
buy you the Weeples? Why the fuck do I need these magazines?"
It was the dumbest shit. It was like to raise money for like whatever the fuck we're doing.
Yeah,
like
some hustle for the school.
Yeah,
So
but you know, we all got
Anyway, so we're down there in Charlotte. The weather, Akaash, is so fucking bad. It rains.
Really?
First of all, it's freezing. It's freezing. I have my jacket on the entire
That's
weekend.
sad.
Yeah.
Horrible. It's raining the entire weekend. So freezing cold, rain the entire weekend, no chicks. Like nowhere to be found, no chicks.
You know what?
I've never seen it like this before.
I blame the NBA culture, bro. I honestly
What
do.
you mean?
I feel like the NBA is raising such a generation of well-behaved young NBA players that like even like okay, Charlotte, whatever. Charlotte's like kind of like a dry city.
They're so pretty hot and tempting. There's no point having girls out.
Right? I think you mean pretty hot and glamorous.
Pretty hot and glamorous. Oh, yeah. My bad.
But yeah, there was no temptation out there, man. Like everyone's on like the best behavior. They all have like their sponsored gigs to be at, and I remember when All-Star Weekend was like the Wild Wild West for All-Star for NBA players. Not even like All-Stars, just like random NBA players, just random tall black people. Like if you just go and like
That's what Summer League is, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's facts.
Summer League, but it's also in Vegas. That's another thing. All-Star should not be in any city that's not
All-Star should be
hugging
in
the southern border. For example,
like 6 cities max.
Miami,
You know where it is next year.
New Orleans. I don't even want to talk about it. Miami, New Orleans, Dallas, Houston.
Houston would be live.
Houston been fine.
I love Houston.
Las Vegas, Phoenix, San Diego, Los Angeles. Those are the only cities that it should be allowed to be in. There's no purpose in it being anywhere else.
The only cold
It's
weather
in
state
Chicago
should be
next year.
Yeah.
Chicago.
No, Chicago, yeah.
Chicago in February.
It's crazy.
Dude.
And I think it's Cleveland
Chicago
the year after.
in fucking February, bro.
Rough.
You know what, though? Flagrant's going to go out there, I'm assuming.
It's true.
What could be cool, the players ain't leaving their fucking hotels. So if we figure out where the players are staying and just post up at that hotel, we could get 30-second interviews with everybody.
Oh,
You know what I would do?
That's
I would just post up at Subway because you know if you're in Chicago and you're hungry at night, you might have to go to Subway
You might
to
run
get
into
yourself
some
a
famous
sandwich.
people.
I heard that's where all the celebs are.
I heard it's dangerous out there.
Oh, dude, it's so dangerous, man. It's
on,
MAGA.
son.
It's MAGA country.
It's MAGA
bro.
country,
It's
man.
MAGA country. We're gonna talk about this fucking idiot,
We'll get
this
into that.
fucking bozo in a little bit, and all the bozos that are defending him still. Ava DuVernay blocked me on Twitter.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, because I explained to this bozo. She's a bozo too.
Nah, she's not a bozo.
She's a bozo,
She's not
bro.
a bozo, bro.
So she goes.
She's just, I don't blame her so much. I blame him for like doubling down on the lie. Like
He has to.
every day, like a piece of that story just starts to fall apart. And it's like, if you're my people and like I fucked up and I'm lying, I'm gonna put you to the side. But hey, listen, like you know,
I honestly,
I mean, is that her people?
I assume so. If she's going so hard for him, going so hard to defend him.
What she's
I'm gonna
doing.
keep that same energy and wait till Chicago PD says, "Hey, this guy didn't do it," or "This guy set the whole thing," or whatever.
Well,
Then,
that's what
because
they
I didn't
say.
care when I thought the shit really happened to him, so I'm not gonna care now. You know what I mean, not to show the shit was real. I was just like, "Wow, that's tough."
I'm gonna
Yeah, I
look.
thought, it was
What's on ESPN?
I thought it was terrible. You know what I mean? Like, because it happened. And that's the one thing that's really whack about it, because it's like, this happens to real people all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, and people shouldn't care more. It does.
That's the fucking story here.
What do you mean?
This doesn't happen. This is the biggest issue. These things, right?
You mean gay people don't get attacked for being gay?
Gay people do not get nooses put around their neck.
Oh,
and
not
bleach
that.
thrown on
That's
them.
what I'm saying. Like,
but this
the
is
extra
yo,
shit.
real talk. This is
That's
this
what
is the
made it.
shit. This is the shit, right? Like, if this was so common, it wouldn't be a fucking news story. But the reality is, it's not common. This does not. It rarely happens. It almost never happens. We're talking about almost never happens.
We're talking about the extraness of the story. Like, people, like gay people being like persecuted and beat up and all that type of shit.
Damn, straight
that
people
happens.
get beat up every day too.
All right, but
We're
that's
talking
what I'm
about
saying.
Chicago. You know that there's people in Chicago was like, I was just shot 40 times last weekend. Why we care about this ferry getting Subway at 2 a.m., getting his dick sucked by two Nigerians? You just upset that it was Nigerians.
No, I'm happy it was Nigerians. I'm happy it was Nigerians. You know why? Because for the first time, we're not connected to any type of fucking scam. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You are the scam.
No, they came to the police and were like, yeah, this guy paid us to go do this type of shit.
That's
like,
the scam.
No, but my thing is, like, initially,
Is that what happened?
Initially, it was
Yeah.
supposedly two white guys or whatever. And the whole thing that breaks the story open for me, which makes me feel comfortable to call this guy a fucking liar, is that, like, he tried to pawn it off as like, oh, it'll be easy to pawn it off as like some MAGA shit, right? But once it was like, oh, let's wait and hear the whole story, because in Chicago, there's certain things where they'll hide evidence and do things to black people and yada, yada, yada. I'm like, all right, but what about these two black people that just got arrested for no reason and had to sit with police, and because they got caught on camera as a suspect? Like, what about their freedom? What about their rights? We only care about this guy because he's famous and was sort of famous and on a show that we kind of used to watch. And I don't know. Like, I just think it's really
Gay black persecution
really fucking
trumps
funny.
black persecution. So if a gay black dude is getting persecuted, the fact these two black dudes got innocently accused is like, yeah, but this guy,
like, yeah, whatever.
this guy has two things. He checks two boxes
right.
that I can give a fuck about.
Very true.
No,
Very
that's a good point. That's a good point. There's a hierarchy to this victim shit. I guess the
Let a
point.
trans Native American have some shit happen
it's
to him.
over, man.
It's over for everybody.
It's a wrap. So here's the Ava tweet. But this is the real shit that nobody want to talk about. Like, Jussie committed a hate crime against MAGA.
Against white people. Is that possible?
Yo, son, how is this different than like drawing the swastika on the building or some shit like that?
Because if they found two random white people and we're like, oh, those guys fit the description, they got to go to jail, then what? You know?
Yo, but when
we
he's
gotta
doing
keep that same
he's
energy, not for
painting
nothing.
all MAGA people as these racist, homophobic people who want to, murder blacks and beat up blacks and beat up gays, etc. Like that. He's doing that. He's painting that out there in the world. That's a hate crime. Like, if any other celeb said that about a group, let's say there was a celeb, right, that said that about Liam Neeson.
Oh, God.
Right? Like, Liam Neeson's like, I'm walking around. I want to find a black guy so I could beat him up.
And that's what kind of makes it, that's what makes it so fucking difficult.
He said, I'm walking around, some MAGA people found me, they beat me up.
That's what makes it real difficult.
You're the gay Liam Neeson, not the gay Tupac. Realistically, think about it, bro. This is a hate crime. This is a hate crime, bro.
Gay Tupac might be a little redundant. Might be. Allegedly.
Wait, was Tupac sweet?
There's rumors out there.
Allegedly.
Can I say, okay, so
that's
Ava,
like I'm the fat Biggie Smalls. Like, no shit, bro.
real quick with Ava, right? So somebody look up her tweet, does not block me, but I thought I could see it, but I can't even see it. But she basically tweeted like, I'm not gonna stop. What is it called? I'm not going to stop believing just yet because the Chicago Police Department is the same police department that took, covered up the Laquan McDonald murder.
But the police department hasn't said anything. Okay, go ahead.
Let me just finish this. Okay, so I quote tweet that and I go, the Earth is flat, which I thought was cute, adorable. Right. Then I learn a little bit more. She's like, this is the same police department that covered up the Laquan McDonald murder and blah, 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 blah. Right? I do a little research on Jussie, on good old Jussie. Right? Guess which lawyer Jussie hired? The same lawyer that the Chicago PD hired to protect them from covering up the Laquan McDonald murder.
Oh, wow.
So it's like, you're a bozo because you're just tweeting shit out because you want it to be true. This is what this exposes to me the most. Let me finish
Here's the quote.
All right, go.
Despite the inconsistencies, I can't blindly believe in Chicago PD, the department that covered up shooting Laquan McDonald over a dozen times, that operated an off-site torture facility, that one, I'll wait. Whatever the outcome, this won't stop me from believing others. It can't.
I don't think there's anything that wrong with that. It's a little annoying.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Hold on.
There's nothing wrong with that, but
hold on.
You get your point out now.
Okay. My point is, okay, you don't have to believe the Chicago PD. Yeah. Believe the brothers. Do you believe black people? Do you believe those black brothers? I know that's your point. I know that's your point, but it's like you could believe them, but you don't. But here's the thing: you don't want to because you don't give a fuck about Jussie. You don't give a fuck about anything. You just want your narrative confirmed. You're going around every day going, "I hate the Chicago PD. They're evil." Right? This helps you confirm that bias that you have. And there are all these people out here that should be happy that a hate crime did not occur in America. They should be so stoked. We should be so excited and elated that America is not this racist place where MAGA people are walking around with bleach and nooses and looking for gay black dudes to throw it on. Right? But instead, we're like, I got to see when all the facts come out. I got to just make sure. I got to be completely certain. I do feel like I have to be completely certain because I'm going to have a fucking field day when I'm completely certain. Me. So I don't want the bad karma of having that field day until it's for sure. Then I'm going to go. I'm confused. Hammer. What do you mean? Right. As far as I know, I checked yesterday, Chicago PD still hadn't said Jussie Smollett or whatever the fuck his name is.
Well, I'll pull up what just came up when I was on the way here.
Sources are telling the Chicago News that's what happened. And Chicago PD is like, yo, we have not said anything definitive yet. Which I think is to their credit. They're trying to give us the benefit of the doubt, it seems like to me. Right. So I'm not going to, until Chicago PD says, look, we did our digging and this guy made the whole thing up. Then I'm going to leap all over this shit because I'm going to have so much fun with it. I don't want to have that fun until I know for a fact that's the case. Because I don't want to be the asshole. Yeah, but that has nothing to do with what I just said. I'm giving you my point. I know, but in a conversation, if I'm saying something to you, you take it in and then you respond to that. But I'm saying to your point, I like surfing. You're like, I like skydiving. No, that could happen.
All right, so
just right there. Just right there.
Let's talk about things we like. Let's talk about things we like.
We're not talking about things we like.
I like Cheez-Its. You know what else is good? Pringles. That's a conversation.
But if we're discussing whether Cheez-Its is a food or not, and you're like, Cheez-Its is a food because it's made out of cheese, and I'm like, potatoes.
Okay, so according to TMZ.
Right? It'd be weird if someone did that. Go.
It said, they talked to law enforcement officials, and they said they told TMZ Jussie Smollett, quote, rehearsed the attack against him days before the incident, and it was all staged for the camera. This according to what the two brothers told cops.
And he getting written off Empire. He got to have rehearsals for something.
Sources say the brothers told police Jussie said he wanted to make it a physical thing, but not to the point where he was seriously injured. Jussie said on the night he was attacked, brothers claimed they showed up to the scene but was extremely nervous because just as they played out the scene, a car drove by and they were worried they'd be ID'd. Their sources also say that brothers performed per the rehearsal. They screamed out that they recognized Jussie from Empire and hurled the racist N-word, F-words, all that type of shit. So,
they ad-lib.
Yeah.
They improvise in this.
TMZ stole my shit, by the way.
So here's my more.
You heard what I said?
What's up?
TMZ stole my shit.
How so?
Because I had, even on this Patreon, I said the reason I knew it was fake is because of the description that Jussie gave. They said the attackers came up to him. They said, "You F-word, N-word. You're the F-word, N-word from Empire. This is MAGA country." And I said, "No homophobic, racist Trump supporter watches Empire," right? And literally on TMZ, the
and you're
headline
like the fourth most famous guy on that show,
right?
Like, nobody's like, you're not Terrence Howard, you're not Taraji P. Henson, you're not even the.
I didn't know he was on that show until this happened.
I don't know.
Until this happened, I had no clue.
The reason why it pisses me off is because like the next time, if it ever does happen to somebody,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is going to be like the fucking the boy who cried wolf type of shit.
Racist, now is the time to go beat up gay dudes. Now is the time to beat up gay black dudes. Listen, if you...
No, don't encourage this.
I'm not saying you should, but if you were going to pick a time... Listen, if you were going to beat up a gay black dude, right now is the time because nobody would fucking believe them, yo. No, you're telling me another gay black dude walks up with bleach and a noose around his neck and he goes to the police and say, "This is what happened." You think that they're going to believe him?
Here's what about who walks around with bleach and a noose? Like,
at 1 a.m. in Chicago.
Obviously, it's fake.
No, but that's what I was saying. That was fishy to me. It's like, wait. I thought it was a random. They were looking for a black dude, and then I didn't read the whole story because, again, I didn't care. Even when I thought it was real. So when Kaz said they recognized him from Empire, that's when I got suspicious. I was like, that's crazy. That's a lot of things to believe. Yeah. These motherfuckers gonna go buy a noose and bleach and look for the dude from Empire. Of course. At Subway.
Like, you're asking me to believe a lot of stretches of the truth.
It's just the idea that, like, anybody would fight outside in winter in Chicago, like...
It wasn't even just winter. It was during a polar vortex.
It was a polar vortex.
It was as colder than cold in Chicago. And Chicago's already fucking cold in the wintertime.
Bro, it's just the sheer luck as somebody who is homophobic and racist. Like, you know how lucky you would have to be? Right?
That's Christmas
for 2 a.m. in the morning. You know how fucking lucky to be walking around Chicago. It's polar vortex, right? But you're so filled with homophobia and racism that you're like, I just need to get this out of the system. So you go grab your noose that you tied up earlier. You go grab your bleach that you bought, and you're just walking around the streets. And you're like, fuck, man, it's so cold. You know these gay guys, they don't want to be outside in this fucking brutal cold. And then,
you know what though?
It's like if Bill Cosby's walking around the street and there's a passed out girl with pills next to him. Like, this is like my Christmas. How this happen?
I don't think it's fun for Cosby if they're already passed out.
That is true.
You know why? The one thing is, I should have immediately just looked at this guy's Twitter and been skeptical. Mm-hmm. First line of his Twitter bio: "I am simply here to help save the world." Automatically, this is Jussie.
Yo, you heard the other thing? He said that apparently there was like a homophobic note that was sent to the Empire
newsroom
or whatever, the Empire office.
I don't know, whatever the fuck it was. Yeah.
Mailroom, yeah.
Empire got no newsroom.
I'm like, newsroom. What the fuck was that about?
He didn't get. He was allegedly upset that it didn't get enough like news coverage, and that's why he staged this.
So I know exactly. I know what really happened.
But we all know what really happened.
No, I mean I know what
he knows like the inspiration, the real motivation. He's saying.
I know what really happened.
What is it?
So this is how I knew the jig was soaring. Right, those two Nigerian guys. Right?
Yeah.
You knew them.
No, but Jussie has a gym in Chicago that he invested in.
Right.
With a bunch of other people of notable celebrity. Right. I'm not going to name any of them specifically, but they have a gym together.
Or as gays call it, a cocksucking facility.
They wanted to open a gym for they wanted to open a Planet Fitness type of gym, not for regular folks that weren't fucking super bodybuilding types, right?
Yeah, Planet Fitness.
Let me finish, motherfucker.
Sorry. So I'm just tagging it up. Tagging up the story.
So Jussie brings these two guys in there, and is basically we want to have them be the faces of the gym, yada yada yada.
You could use besides fitness.
I tried to avoid it.
Long story short,
Jussie brings the guys in. Yeah,
those are Jussie's friends. Those are his guys.
Right.
Those are his homies. They told him they didn't want anything to do with the gym because they didn't fit what they wanted the gym to be. They were super big, muscular motherfuckers. Didn't really make sense for them to be there. Right. Where he fucked up is once these guys were identified, you go to either of their Instagram pages, their Twitter pages.
Yeah.
Guess who follows them?
Jussie.
Your boy Jussie. Right?
Wow.
And that's when the story started falling apart from all types of people. So, from what I've heard, the reason why people are continuing to go along with the story is that people that work on Empire are allegedly helped concoct the story with him.
Hell yes.
Yeah. The higher ups.
I bet you Lee Daniels knew about that.
This do seem mad Lee Daniels-ish.
I mean, it is a story.
It's an Empire story.
It's a story.
A noose, bleach.
MAGA hats.
It's very dramatic.
MAGA hats.
I hope, honestly, real talk, I hope they investigate this shit all the way. Because
I wouldn't put it past a dude who owes Dame Dash millions of dollars, whatever the fuck it is.
Very true.
Remember that little clip of Dame charging him up?
Very true.
Where's my money? You owe me money. You always give me bullshit reasons, blah, blah, blah.
What if this
Lee
is
Daniels, I don't trust this motherfucker, dog.
What if this is some real Truman Show shit and Lee Daniels set this up and Jussie really has no idea about it?
That would be hilarious.
He just put him out there. He's swear to God, I had no idea. He's we just wanted to write you off the show, bro. I'm sorry. That's what we're trying to do.
Oh,
I can see that.
Shit.
But,
whoa.
I mean, who knows? But that's
oh my God! Now you got.
There's a lot of I've withheld on talking about this a lot just because there's a lot of people there's a lot of people
baby.
That's one, and two, there's a lot of people I know connected to it, but it's only a matter of time.
He knows the Nigerians.
Hold on, what do you mean connected to it?
I mean just people who know him personally, people who've worked on the show.
He's a fucking bozo. Who gives a fuck?
And the only thing that bothers me about it is that people who aren't as close to him are jumping out the window, like Ava DuVernay, who's an amazing director who is doing.
What is she directing?
Is she?
A Wrinkle in Time.
Oh, that was trash, bro.
Bomb. It was a bomb.
Yeah, that shit bombed.
Selma slapped. But she was working with a lot.
Well shit. It was still.
You can't watch Selma and be like, okay. Right? It's like the slave movie. It's of course it's going to be nominated. What are you going to say? It's a shitty slave movie?
All right, but that's not giving Eric Spoelstra
Passion of the Christ. For 5 stars. You got to say it's good if you want to go to heaven. You got to say these movies are good. The second she made, she had Oprah, B.
All right, but all I'm saying is I don't think she's a bozo. I think she's making a bozo move because this motherfucker just won't tell the fucking truth of what's going on, and it's making people that are highly respected jump out the window and look fucking foolish for something so fucking simple. You went out to go get some pussy, and you got caught.
Damn. You know what he got to do? He got to come out as straight.
He's got to do the reverse Kevin Spacey.
Instead of coming out as gay, instead of coming out as gay, he'd be like, I've been hiding this my whole life. I actually love pussy. So that's
close.
Bro, if he comes out as straight, do you know what I mean? He starts dating Justine Valentine or whatever like that. And then he's like, I'm looking for Sheck West.
Bitch? You talking about the wildin' out bitch?
What's the girl that Sheck West beat up?
Oh, Justine Skye.
Justine Skye. I said Brittany Skye.
Justine Skye?
She can go for his light-skinned ass, boy.
I don't know about enough of these.
I
only have so much room in my fucking brain for all this kind of shit.
Sheck West to Jussie Smollett.
Valentine.
I don't know. The Justine.
Can you pull up a picture of Justine and Valentine?
Do they look different?
They look wildly different.
Bruh.
Really?
Justine and Valentine wishes she looked like Justine Skye.
Facts.
Really?
Yeah.
You've never found.
This the white girl from Wildin' Out.
The white.
Guys, this might be surprising.
Nah, she's cool as hell. She's super fucking cool.
Wildin' Out.
She can rap too. She's actually she's fun.
She's gotta get carried away.
Yeah, she's. But she doesn't look like Brittany Sky at all.
She was cool. She decent people.
I mean, she cool. The times I've ran into her, she was cool. Yeah, she look alright in some of these. She don't look like this on the show.
My head, but I will say when I wrote for Wild 'N Out, she didn't seem to talk to me at all until she realized everybody else was cool with me. And then she was like, Akaash, what's up? And I was like, yeah.
That's how it goes.
maybe I was in my head though. You know, we do that.
Personalize that shit, bro.
Yeah, maybe I was in my head.
All right, so then the other girls, what's her name?
Brittany Sky.
Justine Sky.
Justine Sky. Why I keep calling Brittany Sky?
Brittany Renner, you're thinking.
Say
about.
her name.
No, I know a girl named Brittany Sky. That's why. Who looks just like Justine.
There's another There's a Brittany Sky as well.
This picture will never not make me laugh,
bro.
They will never not use this fucking super
villain.
pillow. Yo,
Dude, he looks.
He'll never have a normal photo of himself in his
normal.
life.
That's pretty normal.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know, bro. It looks like he's fucking rubbing his hands like Mr. Burns. Like
every picture do make him look a little suspect, but that one make him look like.
That's good. That's a good photo.
Let me tell you something. That is a generic looking motherfucker.
This
right
one,
there, bro.
go back to that one.
That guy is generic looking.
Ain't that the guy that told Tom Hanks he's the captain now?
Dude, put him right there. Bro, no, teeth are way too good. But he is super generic. Like, put him in army fatigues. He could be like a child soldier. Wow.
What? Yo, he kind of do. He kind of do.
Dude, he's super generic. Like, he looks like everybody.
Is he African?
Sure.
But he's
I think he is. I think he actually moved to Africa as a kid. I think that was his story. Like, he was like really bad as a kid.
Right.
And like, actually, that is his story.
Okay.
Remember our first episode of Flagrant 2?
I do.
He got you sent back to Nigeria?
Yeah.
He really got sent back to...
Yeah.
But Brilliant Idiots, my
Nigerian?
fault. I don't know if he's Nigerian, but he definitely got sent back to Africa for being like really fucking bad. I think if you could look that story up, I'm pretty sure
who gives a fuck?
that was a thing.
We don't
but
care. We don't care about
it. You know who should get sent back to Africa? Jussie Smollett.
Oh, he's not from Africa.
Yeah, we don't claim that dude, bro. He too light.
He too light.
Not even light skin. Like he's too light in the voice and shit.
He's gay, is what you're saying. Listen, let me tell you where you would definitely
I'm not against
get
the gays,
beat
bro.
up
The gays are
for
cool
being
as fuck.
gay.
Not Africa.
Really?
Jamaica, they'll fucking kill.
Wait, Africa's cool with the gay shit?
They're cooler than other black countries. Like Jamaica, they'll legitimately kill you.
Ain't a picture.
Like Africans, they'll just make fun of you and shit, but like they won't like kill. Like Jamaicans, that's
Africans
like
be on some gay shit, like holding hands when they walk down the street.
like they're still not super tolerant. Like they'll like make fun of you, but Jamaicans, they'll like legitimately like be like.
But how do you make fun of a gay guy while you're holding hands with another dude walking down the street?
It's not gay, bro.
That's India too. India's the same thing.
But you guys are cool with gay out there.
Not gonna hold my hand, bro. Just gonna leave my hand.
No.
Wow.
But this is,
he was really making an effort, bro.
I know,
really
you're
did.
right. I felt like an asshole.
I'll hold it. I rubbed your feet, bro. It's nothing.
This is true. You did it.
I'll go webbing, bro. I'll go webbing. That's just
so
intimate.
That shit look like
this is intense.
Unity poster
This is a lot.
right there.
That's a lot. I don't want to do that.
We gotta wipe it off.
That was
bro.
too much. That was too much.
Yeah, you know how good of a boyfriend Kaz is? He got Invisalign after he got a girl.
Yeah.
Wow. Love, dog.
No,
Who tried to get better looking after love?
Bro, he's
Listen,
preparing for the
bro.
next one.
Hey. You're wrong. No, I'm just kidding.
Thank you. Next. Thank you. Next.
God damn it. Let's talk about All-Star, bro. All-Star was fun.
All right, let's talk about it, man.
Fuck.
Our
Let's talk about last
All-Star
night.
What'd
First of all,
y'all got mad wristbands on. Kaz, show that wrist.
Oh, shit.
Hella wristbands on. 3 wristbands. Kaz got in Sunday morning, got 3 wristbands.
a lot of wristbands.
4. It's 4 now.
4.
Yeah.
We had a good.
Went to the Epicenter, which was pretty cool.
We had a good night.
Went to.
You got in when?
Sunday morning.
Okay,
Sunday
so
morning,
you got in Sunday morning.
After Uninterrupted. Shout out to everybody who watched that. That was really cool.
We hang out. No, you get in. I think we wake up. I forget what time we wake up.
It's like late afternoon. Yeah.
Go to breakfast.
Yes. We went to the Whiskey Wagon or Whiskey something.
Shit. Who
I don't know.
We go to this whiskey spot, whatever. We go sit down.
Brunch spot.
Go have a brunch, nice little brunch. And then we go to the Epicenter, whatever it is, the hub for these events.
Yeah. If anybody's been to All-Star Weekend, it's like what NBA Jam Session used to be, where just like a bunch of players come by, a bunch of fun shit they bring the kids to, shoot hoops, play games, drinks, all that type of shit.
It's like companies sponsor these little events.
Yeah.
It's a way to just spend ad dollars. It's interesting hustle. But so we go to this thing, and there's like this big line to get in, and it's an interesting thing that I've learned, and it just kind of happened in the moment. We were not on any list or anything like that. But We had Jamel, who was helping us film.
Shout out to Jamel.
Shout out to Jamel. We'll have a funny Jamel story for later. And we had AlexxMedia there, and both of them had cameras with them, and they had cameras on this thing called a gimbal, which stabilizes the camera as you walk. But when you see somebody with it, you're like, oh, this is official.
These guys are important.
Here comes Alex.
Speaking of dough, there he goes.
So basically, we're walking around, and we go up to this party, big old line, and they just kind of like wave us through. Like I went up with like ready to lie because we were meeting Mouse, and I what I was gonna do is something my buddy Dove, my man, does, which is the best in the fucking world. He goes up to the bouncer, the door guy, and he says a bunch of words that sound like a sentence, but they aren't, and they're just like buzzwords.
Give me an example.
So like this is what I was saying. I just said it over.
Yeah, and I didn't hear you when you were. So I was like, okay, I'm following Andrew.
And they'd be like, "Can I help? Hey, can I help you guys?" They say something like this. I'm like, yeah, we're here for the Mountain Dew vertical. Mouse is going to connect us with some things there. And it's just like, nothing really makes sense because we knew Mouse was in there. Yeah, so I say Mouse, Mountain Dew, and vertical. I don't know what vertical meant, but it sounded.
Sounds a point on
it's a vertical. It's not
right
like
this way, sir.
If you go, we're at the Mountain Dew thing. Doesn't sound good.
Right.
Mountain Dew vertical sounds official. We got the cameras behind us, right? It's like, okay, this is happening.
And then people are like taking pictures with
Mountain Dew.
Boom, exactly. Mountain Dew vertical, blah, blah, blah. Now, we get past the first guy. Then he goes to the second guy, right? And there's another line. And the guy goes, hey, what are you here for? And I'm like, and I just go, yeah, we just got to go there. And he goes, okay. Yeah, like it was just like I just powered through. I powered through, right?
And then some security guy came up to you upset that he was like, we were waiting for you the whole time. You guys are supposed to be downstairs. And we're just like, all right. As we go on through the night, you're going to see other things start to happen that are quite interesting. But the theme of this night is misinterpretation, and the Army provides. The Army definitely provided this.
The Army provides, and we'll go through it the whole time. But you know what we say about the asshole Army? I'm telling you, we are everywhere as Fight Club, and the Army provides. So we get to the final guy.
It's just like the Illuminati, bro.
Real talk. We get to the final guy. Now, there's a really stressed out older security guard, right, who stops us. Okay? His junior security guard, we're like right there. There's a fucking metal detector and everything like that. The junior guy comes up and he goes, oh, Schulz, what's up, man? How you doing? I'm like, okay, we're good. We're straight with that. He goes, we're just waiting on to see your credentials because you guys don't have any credentials with you right now, but we're just going to check your name on the list and stuff like that. And I'm like, fuck, right? But I stayed strong with it. And I was like, all right, cool. We got that. This little kid comes up and he asks for a picture. And I'm like, okay, cool. Everything's straight.
They see that?
See it. Another security guard comes from the back and he goes, Schulz, they got you guys waiting? I got you. Don't worry. He goes, talks to the stressed out security guard, right? Says something. He goes, you guys will be the first ones in. I don't know what the fuck happens. A couple minutes later, they let us in. We're kind of into the thing.
And this is the brunch spot, right?
No, this is the like where all the activities are kind of happening. Just whatever thing. Yeah. So we end up getting in there. We're moving around. It was a Mountain Dew event thing. It kind of sucks. It was boring, but it was exciting just to get in someplace we shouldn't be.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
As soon as we got in, we were there for like 10 minutes max. Yeah. Like, all right, let's go somewhere.
It's like I get bank robbing. You know what I mean? Like not like there's also like money at the end, but like the excitement of like getting
the planning
in.
behind it actually sounds so fun.
It's like Jussie Smollett. You know what I mean? It's like that's why he wanted to rehearse it. He's like, guys,
it's gonna feel awesome. I swear.
Exactly. Don't adjust the rope too tight.
Maybe he was too gay to get cast for Ocean's 11. So he's like, let me figure out something. And then he wasn't a good enough actor to get into Ocean's 8. So he's like, fuck it.
It turns out they stole his career. Okay, so we get in. We're moving around. Mouse and them already left. They're like, yo, we're at this other spot.
Go to the Mitchell and Ness party.
Go to the Mitchell and Ness party. Same shit happens. Pull up to Mitchell and Ness. Of course, we're not on the list. I full confidence say Andrew Schulz, name on the list. Mouse runs over. He's like, oh, they're with us, blah, 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 blah. Go into the Mitchell and Ness party. Everything's cool.
Mouse hooked it up.
Shout out to Mouse there. Situation. Go to Mitchell and Ness. End up coming back. it was, again, underwhelming, these things. A lot of this is just like a circle jerk.
Yeah, it's just like it's just like seeing people that you don't see a lot and just like, oh, hey, how you doing? What you working on? Let's have a drink. It's open bars.
Dude, Kaz is great at networking. Kaz works those.
Great.
Me, I get super in my head, especially being like one of the least important people there. I'm like, man, what the fuck am I doing? And then I get like mad about it, and then I leave.
Complete schmoozer. Schmoozer.
I can schmooze.
People did know us. People did know us. They were familiar with the podcast. So
a lot of people, a surprising amount of people.
Really, it was. Yeah, to be honest, it was very cool. Okay, so we go to this thing, this Mitchell and S party. You got to take there's like a little picture booth, and it's like.
So the guy that worked at Mitchell and S saw you with the Jason Williams jersey.
Oh yeah, I was wearing the Kings Jason Williams Kings jersey.
Like, oh, he was Schulz. So
whatever, we go take some pictures.
Cars put you onto that, right?
Yes. Shout out to Brandon, yo. Shout out to you, Brandon. I know you listen. So we're there, we're hanging out. They ask us to take these pictures. There's like old people in the fucking photo booth,
right?
Which is like
take it forever.
Oh my god!
I still haven't got those photos, by the way.
It's because the old guy's still figuring out the touchscreen. Old people and touchscreen. There's something about their fucking fingers that just does not work on a touchscreen. We're just sitting there. We almost just tapped out of it. We're like, all right, let's fucking go. Long story short, Alex and I go to the game. Kaz and Jamel go to the crib and chill.
You went to the All-Star game?
We went to the All-Star game.
Dope?
Yeah, it's dope.
It's actually really fun, the All-Star game.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Really
Shit,
and when I tell you the armies everywhere to DJ for the All-Star game
that shit
was
same seats as last time, basically?
No, a little different. But the DJ for the All-Star game turns around as we're walking by, chucks up the asshole, and I'm like, oh, shit.
That's what's up.
Oh, it gets better. It gets better throughout the day.
So it's like, okay, so the assholes got us into the event with the Mountain Dew shit, right? Then the assholes get us to the, get a nice little cameo at the All-Star game because there was like a little DJ battle going on, and I just ran up behind him and I started chucking up the ass.
So anybody get a pic?
We got the video.
Yeah, we got
nice.
And then we decide to go to a little, we watch the game, we meet up for a little after party.
Right.
The weather is fucking horrible. For some reason, Alex and I decide to take these bird scooters. Bro, it's fucking...
That's a terrible idea.
Bro, it's freezing and pouring rain.
Bird scooters?
Birds freezing, pouring rain.
Yeah.
Pouring rain, freezing. We bird scooter a couple miles, I think it is. Dude, a couple.
You guys came in soaked. I'm like, what the fuck? Is it really that bad out? Like, we scootered all the way over here.
It's because, like, dude, the Uber situation is deplorable. And imagine right after
during
the
All-Star games can be nuts.
And Charlotte's a shitty city as well.
Charlotte's not built for this.
Yeah.
It's not built for it. It's like too many people. There's one lane streets. It was whatever. So we're like, fuck it, we'll bird it there. I mean, it got to an all-time low. Like, we were just stuck under a fucking railroad track. Like, dude, it was bad.
Like fucking hobos?
Legit hobos railroad track. Like, we had to pick the scooters up to get over the railroads. And I was like, if I get hit by a fucking train right now, like, if I fucking die because I scootered my way from the All-Star game to a J. Cole concert that I don't even fucking care to go to be honest with you. I just saw J. Cole perform at the All-Star game.
Yeah.
I'm going to see him perform the same fucking songs, but I could die in a train scooter accident, right? Like, I'm just thinking how fucking stupid this is. Right. Alex is in a jean jacket and a t-shirt because he said earlier to me, he's like, oh, there's this thing about me, like, with cold, I could just tell myself to not be cold.
What?
That's some white shit.
Does that work?
That's some white people shit.
Bro, he's like, I could just tell myself to not be cold, bro. Dude, this is how fucking cold I was. I couldn't put my code into my phone because my fingers had frozen. You know how the phone addresses heat?
Yeah.
It's heat which gets the dots, and I could only get the first two numbers in, nothing. He had to tap it.
And I was able to tap it because I wasn't cold.
I guess you
I guess there's your point.
Like Wim Hof method or some shit. So we meet them at the J. Cole party. Kaz hooks it up. We're on some fucking list. We go right in.
Right.
Okay. We're hanging out there.
So can I take it from here for a quick second?
First of all, we just have to acknowledge J. Cole. Nobody brings out the fellas like J. Cole. Dude, it was
it was rammed.
Son.
It was rammed in there.
Dudes, bro.
And they had just announced the show like maybe like hours
That's
before.
crazy. I know a lot of girls who like J. Cole, and I didn't understand. This makes sense.
You don't know
this
any
makes
girls
sense.
that like J. Cole, son. You don't know any girls. You made that up.
I'm serious.
You pulled a Jussie, bro. Because name one girl you know that loves J. Cole.
You know what it is? I don't think there's women that don't
I know
like
name just one.
Blau's ex used to love J. Cole.
Right.
My girl loved J. Cole.
Yeah,
Your girl
like
current?
Yeah.
A lot of girls like J. Cole. But they don't love J. Cole like they love like Drake. Which is like the same.
No, it's not the same as
Fam.
Drake.
Yeah.
It's not the same as Drake.
Average height 6'3" of the concert. 6'3", guaranteed. Dude, we had I think a couple of the only women that were there were friends with us.
Yeah,
Right.
Dude, it was and then there was the tennis ball. There was the tennis ball. There were like 3 girls that we
I
were
wish you
hanging
took
out
a
with.
picture of that girl, yo. She dead ass looked like the girl, the dude from Monsters Inc.
Bro, it was in fucking... Dude, it was some Dr. Seuss shit, bro. It was fucking insane. So we're at the J. Cole concert, and I'm noticing, I'm like, dude, there are fucking dudes everywhere. Like, and like great sneakers. Everybody had really nice sneakers. And I was in my, like, these running shoes. Every picture that we took, I would take off my sneaker and just put my sock on the ground.
Just slide him to the
Yeah,
side.
like, so everybody was trying to show off their off-whites and shit like that, and I just had my Nike Dry Fit sock. We're at the event.
Yeah.
Kaz goes, yo, do you want to go backstage?
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, that's the only chance of looking at anything female.
So I was walking around. I was walking past the stage, so I went to get another drink, right? And and Wale was like, yo, I'm backstage, come say what's up.
Yeah.
I didn't have no pass or whatever. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna fucking wing it and see if I can get in. See a bunch of people walking past security. The guy who was walking his people and walks in and stops him. He's like, oh, I don't know that guy. It stops me right there. I'm like, all right, well, fuck that was my case. So I'm just try and call him and see if he can come out. As soon as he stops, the other security guy stops him. He's like, oh, no, he's good. He whisks me through. He's like, yo, asshole army. Goes like,
That's what's up. That's what the fuck is
I was
up.
like, fuck yeah, bro. I was like, yo, you know Andrew's here too, right? He's like, word? Andrew's here? Can you bring him back here? I'm like, say no more. So I text him. I was like, yo, you guys want to come backstage? It's like, yeah. Went and got Andrew, the fucking security guys was like fanning out and shit. He's like, oh man, we love to see this shit all the time. Go backstage, fucking everybody, like Thierry Henry was there. Fucking the soccer guy.
Player.
Thierry Henry.
It looked like a bunch of Sheck Wesses in there. Bro. I had no fucking clue who was it.
Amin was up back there.
Well, they would only let me in, and they would let Kaz and me in.
Yeah.
So we went back. We went into the room, and a guy came up to me. He's like, bro, man, I've been meaning to get with you for a while, man, this, that, the other. And I was dapping him up and, like, you know, we kind of hugged him. I was like, yeah, man, it's fucking good to see you. And,
I had no idea.
Bro, I've never been so certain that he thought he was talking to G-Eazy. Like, sometimes people said, like, yo, you look like G. Like, they said that to me. Like, you look like G-Eazy. Or G-Eazy looks like me, this, that, the other, blah, blah, blah. But this dude was like, yeah, we gotta get up. We gotta work together. And I'm like, I don't know if you know what I work on, bro. Like, I think it's a different type of work. But I dapped him up and I kept that going because I didn't want him to lose out on that. Yeah. Like, he wanted that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like that's, like, he left that night like, yo, Jeezy's cool, man. You know what I mean? Like I did G a solid there when you really think about it, right?
Yo, black people cannot tell anybody who's not black apart.
This is fact.
The number of tweets, I didn't get to go to Charlotte. I had to go to Houston, be with my mom.
Yeah.
But the number of tweets I got, yo, you in the Celebrity All-Star game? And I didn't know who it was, but immediately I knew some other famous, and it was Hassan. Hassan's 6'1".
He's bad tall.
Hassan's 6'1", broad-ass shoulders.
Yeah.
I look nothing like this motherfucker.
I mean nothing is not fair. Like,
that's a bit.
You don't look nothing like. You look more like him than you look like Sheck West.
There you go.
Fair enough. But when black people think, oh, you think all black people look alike? Black people think everybody else look alike.
This is true.
They
This is
do.
facts. We all think everyone looks
really
alike.
do, though.
You know what? Everybody looks alike, bro. You look alike. Like,
listen.
everybody looks like you look like the people of your race.
The thing that
You
bothers
fucking
me
do.
the most is black
You
people.
know how many times I thought I met the
same.
same person at that fucking J. Cole party? Kaz keep bringing people over. Only way I
He
knew.
met Wale and J. Cole was like the same dude twice.
The only way I could tell the difference was the sneakers. I don't even look at their face. I looked straight at the sneakers and I was like, okay, he got the Jordan 3s. All right, that's Jordan 3s.
I mean, honestly,
That's Jordan 3s. You can say whatever your name is, you Jordan 3s to me tonight.
In all honesty, half the time when I'm introducing people to you, it's so they can say their name, because a lot of times I don't remember
forget that shit too. That's why jewelry's important. It's like, put your name on that shit. You know what I mean? Like, stop. If we all got the same Jesus chain, then what are we going to do? How are we going to tell each other apart? Do you know what I mean? You know I'm going to be different because I'm the only white guy in this situation.
Yo, rapping the 90s must have been tough figuring out who was who. Every one of them got fucking Timbs and baggy jeans and a Jesus piece.
Bro.
Averex coats.
That's it.
That's all it was.
So, fuck, man. So we were back there in the room. I forget some shit
backstage
happened.
J. Cole.
Backstage
J. Cole's back there,
Mad
Wale's
fellas,
back there.
Mad fellas.
Nothing but dudes.
Bro,
Nothing but dudes.
This sounds like a fun concert, to be honest.
I mean, I had a blast. I had mad fun.
What?
I had mad fun back there, bro. It was a good time.
Yo, you know what it was? No.
Janelle Monáe was back there.
Oh, Janelle, and she's gorgeous.
She's gorgeous, bro.
She's beautiful, dog.
And I
beautiful.
gotta point this out about J. Cole. I thought he did amazing at the fucking All-Star game. Like, that is a tough concert.
It's a tough gig, yeah.
To do the halftime show, it usually sucks. You're like
thought Pharrell was
performing
great.
for TV, right? And in this situation, it looks good on TV. I've been at a bunch of them, and they look good on TV, but when you're there, you're not engaged. And I thought he was really engaged, and the crowd was engaged. He did a great job. The concert we went to later that night was like the Dreamville concert.
Yeah.
Right.
And, bro, when I tell you some of his boys dropped the ball, bro, it was sad, man. It's like...
Well, to be fair, it wasn't like a set show. It was just like, yo, we're just going to play some records. And if they play a song,
the lyrics
just
to their
fucking
own song.
do your
bro.
shit.
J. Cole puts the song on, throws you the fucking alley-oop, and two dudes forgot the lyrics to their own songs.
It's like, yo, here's your chance, bro.
Yo, there's
It's
only
probably
a
the
few
biggest crowd you're going
rappers.
to perform in.
Not only is it the biggest crowd, everybody in that crowd is somebody with influence within like the advertising world.
Yeah.
So it's either like, you know, this person at Foot Locker, this person at, you know, Motorola.
You think that's fun to do? You think J. Cole enjoyed the gig last night?
No, that's why he had his homies. It's like, this is for y'all. This is for y'all.
Right.
Like, this is a showcase because I don't want to do the same songs I do every weekend. Let's do the B-sides.
For a bunch of fucking advertisers.
Which was fun. Like, it was kind of like a B. Like, have you ever been to like the Jay-Z B-side show that he did
I don't go to rap
in
concerts. I don't
Terminal
like
5? It was kind of like that. Like, J. Cole, he didn't do a lot of singles. He just did shit that, like, if you're a core J. Cole fan,
It was for the
you know those shits.
fans.
Yeah. It was tight, though. Like, while they did Beautiful Bliss, him and Wale, and I don't think they've done that shit together in years. You know what I'm saying? That was really cool. It was a good show, man. I had fun. I got real drunk.
Like, they performed 20 songs. I maybe knew 3.
I ain't know none of them shits. I knew when Wale came on to Look My No Hands.
Yeah.
I said,
That's still one of the hardest
that's
verses
it.
in the last decade.
Legendary verse and song.
Deserve a chance. I'm a bad motherfucker. Young handsome motherfucker.
Young handsome motherfucker.
Swing that wood. I just don't chuck on who you with. What's your name? I'm not here, but I'm Wale.
And they do
see shit I rip all day. Let me take my time.
Damn, I was
We
just
could take
waiting
it
for
outside.
one nigga in that verse.
Say what?
I was just waiting for one nigga in that verse.
I just edited that shit. I'm nice, fam. You ever seen the video?
Does he even say it?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think it's a nigga in that verse. I don't think so.
Nah, he says it right. Want beef? We could take it outside. Right after that.
Gotcha. Okay.
How does it go?
N-word want beef? We could take it outside.
N-word want beat, you could take it outside. Okay, got it. Yeah, I don't even know that lyric for it.
N-word want beef.
N-word want beef, we could take it outside. Okay.
That's your mind. That's your league. Sweat no bitches. Sweat out weaves.
This shit's so hard.
Great record. That's a great verse, bro.
Hey, give Wale his fucking podcast
Bro,
just for that
he'd
verse.
love to do it. He'd love to do it. Absolutely. Let's make it happen.
Roscoe Dash. I want Roscoe on the podcast.
Roscoe. Damn.
happened to that
Is he
dude?
still driving Ubers?
All right, let's see.
he was
we
driving.
missed it,
Oh, wait.
shorty.
No, he
Put
said
it
it.
on me. I be going ham.
Shorty, upgrade from below.
Such a steep decline.
Bro, that shit pop.
I be going ham. Shorty, upgrade from baloney.
That shit was like, fuck.
All right, so back to these ugly ass bitches in Charlotte, man.
Uglier city.
Huh?
Uglier city, San Fran or Charlotte?
Charlotte.
Wow.
Yeah, definitely Charlotte.
Wow.
Definitely Charlotte. There's some joints in the Bay Area, but Charlotte.
No, there's not.
There's some.
There's no joints in the
Not
Bay
in
Area.
Charlotte.
Maybe
bro.
Oakland. San Fran ain't got nada.
Bro, it was
Like
it was
the
just
only
shocking.
cute women were the ones that were there from out of town.
Yeah.
That's San Fran, bro. I remember we were walking to San Fran.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Andrew just stops mid-sentence. He says, I saw a real life one walking up. I saw a real life
I saw one, bro. I saw one, dude. I saw a fucking one. And not because she had any kind of deformity or anything like that. She was just naturally born that way.
God damn.
That's funny. In college, I used to call them invisibles.
Wow.
So me and my friend, we used to hang on the bridge where like the three buildings met, and so we would just like judge all the women walking by. Like we called it bird watching. So like we would like critique them and everything like that. And there was just like a certain group of women that Hill asked me about, and I didn't see them because they were so low. So we started to call them invisibles. Yeah,
Dude, that's hilarious.
yo, that's the old me, not me currently. I'm not that much of a dick anymore.
Yeah.
Man, we used to have the
Classic
meanest
masculinity,
nicknames
baby.
for girls. In
Oh,
college.
gosh. That's all we did.
This is one South Indian girl that was like real dark, and my homie called her watercolor, and I was like, what do you mean? He said, you know, when you mix all the watercolors together as a kid, you get that fucked up brown.
Whoa. That's funny.
That's fucked up, yo. God damn.
Water.
Oh, shit.
Oh, boy.
Depressed girl we call Zoloft. That's just how we lived, man.
Yo, you want to hear something even more fucked up?
Go.
So in high school, God, this is so even fucked up to even look back at. So in high school, this girl was having sex with one of our teachers. All right?
That's what's up.
Terrible.
Word.
And he wasn't like super old. He might have been like fresh out of college. He might have been like 22.
That's what's up.
How old was
Terrible.
she?
Had to be 15, 16. Terrible. Yeah,
Oh,
really
I thought
bad.
you were saying college.
No,
Yeah, I
I'm
thought
talking
we
about
were
high school.
This is no longer what's up.
No, this is high school.
I take
So
back my step.
that's what I'm saying. It gets worse. It gets worse. Like, and us as dumbass high school kids, her
Man, I
nickname,
thought
her
you were in
nickname,
college this whole time. Fuck.
nah, her nickname was Kelly Tom.
Oh shit.
R. Kelly, bro.
Oh shit.
So, yo, what's up, Kelly Tom?
Wow, we were
Even back then, y'all knew?
Awful. Yeah, bro, we all knew about R. Kelly back in high school, bro. Like,
Really?
that was the nickname for that we gave to the girl that was having sex with the teacher.
Whoa, and y'all forgave R. Kelly, man?
I didn't forgive R. Kelly. I just thought he made cool songs, bro. Think he's a terrible person. Think he should be in jail. Think he's sick in the head.
I think he
But
should be
stepping in the
in
name
jail.
of love is still.
I think he should be in jail with just him and maybe a cellmate and a studio.
Just have him making them fucking
him and an engineer,
hits,
bro.
That's his motherfucking
Have him
punishment.
making them hits.
What do you do when they're all dressed up and in the mood? We should know. Happy people. Well, we were all fucking terrible in high school, man. Like, if I remember half the fucked up shit I said to people when we were just on the lunch table just roasting motherfuckers, like, yo, I would go, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have this, we wouldn't have this show.
Yeah, you're right.
We wouldn't have a lot of shit, bro. But that's just how motherfuckers were back then. We're just mean.
My God.
And you know what? I bet you all them girls probably look fucking amazing now. Probably fucking just hardworking, you know? All that shit. All right, yeah, we're just gonna leave it here. We're just gonna table this discussion. All right,
My bad.
that's fine.
I'm letting you do you, bro. You had.
Listen, I'm all about.
I didn't go to your high school.
Listen,
I don't know.
we
I don't
need
know what you
more
want me to
bullying,
tell.
bro.
We need more bullying.
We need more bullying.
Yo, if you let Kaz go, he'll find his way to some flagrancy. We just gotta let him sit for a little while because you gotta have a response.
Yeah,
So he'll say
definitely
some shit
there.
to get our attention.
This fact, no, I truly do believe that, you know, a good, healthy amount of bullying is good.
Can I point out that not WWE Kaz has said we need more bullying and sang R. Kelly in the past 3 minutes? I like it. I love it. I want some more of it.
It feels good. It feels good to be free from the shackles. It's like getting out the army
Free
when you
at
do
last,
WWE,
man.
Like, it's,
Thank God Almighty.
All right, we're gonna take a little break, pay some bills here.
yeah, let's pay some
because
bills. Let's do
We
it.
got a new
go, baby bladder.
sponsor on the show. We got a shout out to Manscaped. Okay, we got a brand new sponsor. I'm stalling right now so Eden can get it up on the screen. But yes, we are currently sponsored by Manscaped, manscaped.com. You could do it. Now, this is a brand. They were on, I don't know, Shark Tank. I don't know if you guys see it. Mark Cuban himself was the one that got the deal with them. So it's really a dope concept. It's and it kind of speaks to me right now because I have a pimple on my lip, and I actually shaved while we were in Charlotte with Alex's buzzer that he said that he trims his pubes with, and he said he hadn't trimmed his pubes in a long time, and he used this like weird lotion or something that cleans the blade. What was it?
Kaz knows about
it. Was it Bevel Blade?
No, the blue spray that every barber has.
Oh yeah.
Whatever. So point is, he said it'd be fine, but I have this fucking blister on my lip now because of it. So
you think that's from my clip?
I think it is from you. I never got that before, and then I just use your shit. Also, there's a cut on my fucking neck for it. It was a very traumatizing experience. But
bring it on home.
The point is, Manscaped. All they're about right there is taking care of, trimming, making your balls and cock beautiful, okay? They're making sure that you're shaving in a way that protects your testicles, protects your meat. It's not the razor that like ran out of that little gel shit that's above the blades that you're like, fine, I'll use this for my balls now. This is stuff that is dedicated to that. They have the new Lawnmower 2.0 trimmer. It's a trimmer. It's got the skin-safe technology for a smooth shave every single time. You get your balls right. I think, honestly, when I'm depressed, one of the first things I do is I shave my balls. It gives me a sense of control. I really feel like it's not about like, oh, my dick looks bigger now, but it's something that I can literally take control of in my life and immediately feel better. I clean my apartment, I shave my balls, and I have an immediate serotonin boost in my life. If I'm you guys, I'm not playing around. It's very simple. Manscaped.com. They got the trimmer, they got the razor, they got the anti-chafing deodorants, okay? They got body wash, moisturizers for your balls. I mean, your balls can be absolutely, just splendid if you want them to be. Something I've been fucking with. I'm not playing around. You already got your dick hard. You know, you already got your dick hard with the chew. You know, make sure your shit is sparkling clean. Absolutely beautiful. They have a mat. These guys have a shaving mat so that when you're shaving, you can dispose of the hair easier. They've thought about everything. You're trimming your balls in front of the sink or wherever you're doing, and some falls on the ground. Now you're all over the ground. You're cleaning it up. It's a horrible situation, okay? You go to manscaped.com. You get all the products and more, okay? And they sent me the perfect package 2.0. It has everything that I need. Every single thing that I just mentioned, it has it in it. It's a starter kit for maintaining your pubes. Simple as that, okay? Again, that's the perfect package 2.0. Manscaped.com. Use the offer code Flagrant. You're going to get 20% off and free shipping, okay? They're shipping it out to you for free. It's not little, okay? It's a nice bag full of shit. Go to manscaped.com, use the code Flagrant. You save money. You get free shipping on anything you guys want and need. Okay, these guys are assholes just like us. They support the flagrancy. We're going to support them. You know, we're picky on this podcast with our sponsorship. Okay, we don't fuck around with just anybody. We want people that we can truly feel good about, you know, promoting their items and feel confident that you will fuck with them. Okay, so I want y'all to go out there. If you want to get your balls real nice, you want to get them trimmed real nice, you don't got to send us pictures or nothing like that.
Yeah, please don't. We'll just take your word for it.
At AlexxMedia.
How they work. Tell us how they go.
Pics.
Okay? Manscaped.com, and we want to hear the feedback. Let us know if you're and lady assholes, get that shit for your boyfriend. You know, he got you something good for Valentine's. You probably didn't get him shit, so why don't you get him?
It's almost March 14th.
Manscaped.com.
Perfect get for a steak and a blowjob day.
Boom, right there.
There it is.
And then you let us know if it feels a little bit better, if it is a little bit different. I want to know the feedback from all of y'all. All right, let's get back to the show.
You know what, real quick, though, it's crazy. I'm
What's
not
that?
even bullshitting. A few days ago, I saw a commercial for this, and I was like, yo, that's a company Flagrant 2 should advertise for.
Really?
Absolutely, yeah.
Not even bullshitting. I saw this, and I was like,
Akaash
yo.
does do this. Akaash looks for very specific companies to sponsor.
It's got to seem like a good product.
Yeah.
And it's got to seem like something I think the assholes will fuck with and benefit from. And I'm not a dead ass. I saw that, and I was like, yo, that would be great for Flagrant.
And we're always about like being the best version of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially as a, you know, it's we love lady assholes, but let's be honest. for the men. It's a man's show. You know what I'm saying? And you want to be able to be the best man you could be. So why not take care of your balls, take care of your chest, take care of your facial hair? You know what I mean? Whatever you need to do to be excellent version
male
of yourself,
efficiency.
Bro.
I think what Kaz is saying, it's not that we don't give a fuck about y'all ladies, but you want your man to be efficient too.
Facts.
You want him to be optimized. You want him to be the best version of himself. And that's what we're going to give you that opportunity to be. You know, there's dudes that out there getting Victoria's Secret, so their girl looks absolutely splendid, right? So this is Manscaped is your Victoria's Secret, fellas. You're not going to wear nice underwear, but you could have a nice looking cock with your pubes all tucked back.
It's the age of equality, bro.
Boom.
Age of equality.
They need a do-rag for pubes.
Get nice little waves on your balls.
My pubes had waves, bro. Let's just be spinning. Imagine.
Does your pubic hair fro?
No, it's curly. It's curly. It's like
your beard?
Like, no, my beard's a little bit more nappier than my pubes. My pubes are like
a tight fro.
Looser curls.
Like young Michael Jackson.
Like young Michael Jackson.
Wait a minute.
Like young Michael Jackson. Like Thriller.
No,
like Thriller, like a little juicy curl, but like without
That's
the
so
activator
funny.
because it's just always moist down there.
So you got good hair.
I got good hair.
Your pubes are good hair. Your pubes look like Easy E.
Like my pubes are Dominican. I'm Nigerian.
You Dominican from the waist down.
From the waist down, I'm mad cannibal Asian.
Yo, you know what you are? Afro Latino. That was a visual joke, guys. You can watch it on the YouTube.
Yes, sir.
But hey, this is another thing I want to bring up. I've been speaking to Devon. Devon is one of the loyal asshole army members, Patreon subscriber, and someone who I just really love the initiative that he's showed, and I've been trying to, empower him because he's had such amazing initiative.
Yeah.
And
brought him to the J. Cole concert. Super.
No. That's a different black guy. But I'm glad to know you're getting confused too.
Oh, my bad. I was sorry.
Tough, man. Y'all all look alike.
Y'all look alike.
So, and this beard thing is not making it easy. So, no, but Devon is a guy who reached out to me and he asked if he could help out with advertisements.
Oh, nice.
Getting advertisements. And I said, absolutely. So we've been going back and forth. He was actually the person that contacted Manscaped and got them to come on board. And we've been having talks about expanding this operation. And what I really want to do, and I think Devon can play an amazing role in this, and potentially maybe some of you listening right now can also do that, and I'll explain it very briefly. But what I want to do is have a flagrancy ad agency. I think we'll call it Flagrant Media. And it will, and what it will do is it will not only look for advertisements for this show right here, Flagrant 2, it will look for advertisements on any show on the network, on Safe Sets, Inside Jokes, obviously dropping in potentially other podcasts that we could be bringing on to the network, Brilliant Idiots, etc. But as, I expand this thing into what I believe it can be, I want an ad agency that's specifically curated to our needs. We're looking for brands that have balls, brands that aren't worried about being politically correct and safe like all these other pussies, but ones that are actually care about tapping into an audience of people, an army, if you will, that do not give a fuck about what people say is politically correct or not.
We're all the proof. We're all the proof that you need that there's an audience for people like this.
Facts. So what I want to do is, Devon and I were talking, and we were talking about potentially expanding his operation and maybe getting 4 or 5 more people to help Devon. And Devon and I are going to work on structuring out exactly what that would entail. And again, this is me trying to empower you guys. We had this weekend a buddy, a loyal asshole army member, Kevin Marcus came out and he helped us out shooting shows in Raleigh, and he shot shows in Charlotte. He was helping with Alex. We also had Jamel. Jamel shot Raleigh and shot Charlotte as well, so you can see their footage on the dropping in.
Another one, shout out to @composer_PB, another asshole army member.
Right.
Who he wanted to come shoot something for Uninterrupted. I said, come pull up. Got some great behind the scenes with Nate Robinson, Carlos Boozer, Willie Cauley-Stein, man. The Army Provides is a real thing.
So we're trying to do whatever we can to empower you. So I think and I have to flesh this out a little bit more, Devon, but the way I see this working is we could probably have maybe 4 or 5 of you guys working under Devon, and potentially my friend Jamil, who comes from the traditional ad world. and essentially going out there and trying to bring new advertisers to the podcast and the other entities that we have. And it's basically like you eat what you hunt situation. We're going to give you the tools you need to, sell stuff on these shows. And if you bring stuff in, then you get to, get paid off of that. Simple as that. And it's just crazy to think that you could be listening to a podcast, for a year, and it could be your favorite podcast. And then eventually you could be intimately involved in,
you could fucking get paid off.
That's
shit.
Not only you, but it's like you could be a part of a growing ad agency.
Yeah.
Like there's somebody listening right now that will take part in this as their little part-time hustle because they fuck with this podcast so much and they believe in us. And then 5 years down the line, they could be the VP of Flagrant Media. And it's just a really special thing, and I'm just stoked to share that with you guys. So as we put together this structure in the next few days and weeks, I'll make sure to share with you guys how you could potentially apply and what exactly we're looking for. But I just want to let you know that we're building some cool stuff, and we want you guys intimately involved. When people always say, I see, Killer Mike say, bank black, and, everything I'm wearing is black and black owned business, etc. Well, that's how I feel about the Asshole Army.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want my shit shot by assholes. I want my shit edited by assholes. I want my shit...
Keep it tight.
Real talk.
Yeah.
We're going to keep it tight-knit. This is a tight-knit community, and I want every aspect of our business, if possible, to be done through you guys.
So Fight Club is Tight Club.
So it's like, if we have... And I mean that down to anything. Like, if you're an accountant and we need to set up a... if we have this business account that we need worked on, let's work through you. So any way we could possibly empower you, and I stress this on you guys, empower each other. I know that some of you guys listening right now aren't listening to the Patreon eps yet, but this is something we talk about in the Patreon so much, and I've seen so many patrons do it. So many of you guys have been reaching out to each other and like employing each other, helping each other get jobs, just collaborating, and that's really what the community is about over on the Patreon. So
especially on the Discord, man. The Discord is crazy right now. They got the meetup section. There's like legitimate sections of each state. Yeah. Of assholes from like New York, California, fucking Florida,
right?
It's insane in there, bro. So
basically, this is what we're gonna do, and I'm very excited to make it all asshole everything over here, man, and really take this to the next level. I mean,
it's funny though. You talk about Fight Club. Remember, Fight Club was just a group of guys who all kind of felt the same way, felt disenfranchised, disillusioned, whatever the words are, and they all just kind of found each other and came together. That's basically what this is.
Oh yeah, we're disillusioned with the current state of comedy.
Blah, yeah.
Disillusioned with the current state of media and just entertainment in general. It's soft, and everybody's a fucking pussy and watching what they say, and they don't want to have an opinion on Jussie Smollett because it could potentially hurt.
We gotta wait, like, bro.
Or they could get blocked by Ava DuVernay.
That's
a healthy block, bro. Like that's a healthy block to get Ava DuVernay.
But it's so useless because I don't even follow her.
I know.
Like I'll never see your tweets unless you tweet bozo shit like you did.
You know who I found out I was blocked by this week? Fucking Leslie Chow.
Who's that?
From The Hangover. The Asian dude. What's his real name?
Leslie, is it?
His name's Ken Jeong. Yeah, I just call him Leslie Chow.
Why the fuck is Leslie Chow?
Yeah.
You remember The Hangover? The Asian dude?
Yeah, that's Ken Jeong.
That's Ken Jeong.
Whatever. His name was Leslie Chow in the movie, so I call him Leslie Chow.
What'd you say about him?
I don't know.
I don't know. He probably said he like appropriates black culture with his like.
I don't know what I said. So I was just so fucking shocked. I'm like, what the fuck did I do to Ken Jeong, bro? I don't even follow you.
That'd be a dope little move as like a famous person. Just find somebody who follows you and block them for no reason and just fuck with their whole day. Bro, just fuck with them.
The other day, it's like a week ago. Ricky calls me. Shout out to Ricky Velez, buddy ours, a comic, and he calls me from Denver, and he's with some of the homies, and he goes, "Yo, Schulz, what's up, man? How you doing?"
Oh, he told me this.
I'm just chilling. He goes, "Hey, man, we were just sitting around here talking, and we were just talking about what great things you've been up to, and then we found out that you blocked Jordan Rock on Instagram."
Really?
and Jordan is the youngest Rock brother.
Yes,
right?
Yeah.
So there's Chris, Tony, and Jordan. Jordan's a funny stand-up as well, and Jordan's there, and I'm like, I don't think I blocked him. And then he goes, no, you definitely blocked me. And I was like, bro, I do not remember blocking you at all. Apparently, I had blocked Jordan for fucking years, and I see him like once a month.
Oh wow!
And dap them up once a month.
Wow.
Like I've been giving them for 2 years.
Phony, son.
Phony, bro.
I've been giving it for
Smile
2 years.
in your face.
The
all
dap
the time.
up
I want
block.
to take your place. Backstabbers. Backstabbers. They smile in your face. The OJs, motherfucker. That's you. Backstabbers. Smile in your face. All time. Want to take your place. Backstabbers.
I'm just letting y'all sit in the bomb so that they could tell y'all how fucking whack it is. I just want the listeners to
That
be
shit
like,
was
all right,
good.
wrap
Fuck
it
you,
up,
thank
yo.
you,
That
Alex.
shit was
Thank
good.
you.
Wrap it up.
Motherfuckers fuck with the
Yeah, you
backstabbers, bro.
you hating, bro.
I was hating, bro.
Yo,
God
Kaz
damn.
out here singing
Keep it-
OJs. Kaz got him a black girl
keep
now.
it
It's different.
I know.
It's different. Things are different.
Hey, let
Kaz
them know,
knows,
yo. They got to hear it from y'all, man.
Kaz
Let
knows
them
more
know.
than one OJ now.
Look, Kaz hitting the falsetto and shit. Like,
Thank you,
Let them know,
Alex.
y'all. Let them know in the comments.
Shit.
Just 'cause they got to hear it from y'all.
Just 'cause
they don't
go-
trust me. They got to hear it from y'all. So just let them know.
All right, listen.
Let them know.
This is deflecting just because you did Jordan Rock dirty for years and shit.
Yeah, just because you phony.
Yeah, yeah. That's it. That's it.
Oh, look at this.
He's sucking all the fun out the room,
God,
fam.
all right,
Look
okay.
at you.
Okay.
I'm trying to get through the fucking
Go,
story.
do it, bro. Do it. You got it.
When has finishing stories ever been a priority on this podcast, motherfucker?
It's just funny when I get there. Because I finish them funny. Y'all got to have faith. You know what I mean?
What's the end
All
of the
right,
story?
go for it. Let's hear it.
That's it. That's the end of the story. I didn't follow him. I forget. I honestly, I forget. But I ended up following him. There it is.
We
Done.
got there. Wasn't that funny?
Wow. What a journey.
Thank you guys, man. Thank you guys very much.
Let's talk about Kaepernick, bro.
Let's talk about
Let's
it.
talk about Kaepernick.
He won.
He won. He fucking won. Well, I guess the
won
news
money?
broke on Friday, right when our episode dropped, that he sued the NFL and the collusion case that he had going on. They didn't go to trial; they
Reached
settled.
a settlement. Nobody knows the amount. Him and Malcolm, Eric Reed.
Him and Eric Reed, yeah.
Eric Reed broke off some money. Nobody knows how much. But the fact that the NFL had to settle makes
That's
people
so fucking
think.
telling.
Yeah, that makes a lot of people think they didn't want whatever the fuck. Even if they weren't going to win, or even if the NFL was going to win, they didn't want all that shit coming out. So they're like, let's just take some money. Here you go. That's what the general perception is when you settle in a case like this.
Apparently, they had phone records and text messages and like really damning fucking evidence. And they went to trial against like concussions, like they took that to court.
Yeah, concussions,
and,
which is real, which we all know is a thing. They were like, nah, let's go to court.
Like, nah, we can
fuck.
fight this.
I don't give a
Right?
fuck.
They got this Kaepernick shit. We're like, let's just pay this guy off and
Yeah.
let's pretend this never happened. So, which is really fucking telling.
It's a definite L for the NFL. They're going to be fine. They're not. It's not going to be any kind of thing they can't get over. We're going to forget as soon as the season starts, but it's a definite loss.
Yeah, I just got to know
I
how.
don't think it is.
I think it's a loss.
Fam, they will go.
I mean, they'll be fine. It's not like the NFL's going to like fucking go down in flames.
Here's the
but-
reality. Nobody that's not a public figure gives a fuck about Kaepernick.
What do you mean?
Like, do you watch the NFL?
Yes.
Do you watch the NFL?
Absolutely.
Do you watch the NFL, Eden? Alex, you watch the NFL?
Yeah.
So it doesn't work. The protest doesn't work. The only people
The
who
protests
say,
work.
let me finish. The only people that say that they're not watching the NFL, the only people are people that can benefit from it by seeming woke in the eyes of the public. No, just regular dude named Josh is going, I'm not watching the NFL this year.
Most of America's not.
Rihanna's saying it. Ava DuVernay's probably saying it. Anybody who's trying to forward this narrative of look how woke I am and look how much I support. I'm with Cap. This, that.
Well, that
that.
wasn't the point of the protest. The protest was just to spread awareness, and it worked.
What
And if
awareness
he's
for
already been
what?
blackballed, for him to get money now, that's a win.
I mean, the initial protest was to spread awareness about police brutality and racial injustice in America.
Right.
After that was, hey, I'm being blackballed by the NFL. These guys don't want me to have a job.
Right.
He won the case. Like, those are wins on all accounts. Like, it's
Who's winning overall? Absolutely the NFL. They're going to be fine. That's what we're saying. They're going to be fine. But this is an L. It's like the Patriots lost 4 games, 5 games, whatever it was. They still won the Super
They
Bowl.
won the Super Bowl, yeah.
But that was an L. The Dolphins beat them. That was an L. Doesn't matter in the long run. The NFL is going to be fine. The Patriots are more than fine. But that's a definite L.
I just don't. I think it looks like he's like, all right, money's more valuable than the cause.
But no, he can't
I don't think
win.
that's true. Because the point of the
Hold on. What do you mean?
This is an unwinnable case. Like, it's so hard to prove collusion in court. The NFL that's why the NFL, people are saying they must have had some shit on them because the NFL just didn't want that evidence to come out knowing they were still going to win the case. It's one of these cases where it's just like.
So Kaepernick won the summary, right? Which is what leads it to potential trial.
Okay.
Right? So first the judge looks over the case, and before they even decide if they take it to trial, there's this thing which is like the summary. And he won that. I think the NFL was shocked at that. Mm-hmm. So they're like, oh man, he has a shot at winning it.
Yeah.
Now. And
I think the NFL wanted to have the case thrown out.
Right. Now, if you don't win the summary, you don't even get to have the case at all. So the fact that he won that, I believe it's called a summary. I might be thinking a different word. Mm-hmm. So the fact that he won that makes him nervous, right? But here's my thing. Let's say you do have... This is what's so peculiar about it to me. Let's say you win the summary, and let's say there was all this information, and it looks like Colin's got a case.
Okay.
Like you guys are saying. Right? Why not? And if you don't care about the money at all, it's really about exposing the NFL.
No, it's two different cases. You're thinking of two different things.
Elaborate.
So this case was a collusion case. His whole thing, the only thing was these 30 teams conspired to keep me out of the NFL. Because of whatever. Because the protests, whatever. It doesn't matter. They kept me from employing myself. Based on my past earnings, my future earnings, things I could have gotten while playing in the NFL, I need to be compensated for that. That was that specific case.
The reason the injustice was secondary. The thing is, I want to play, y'all aren't letting me. That's why we're going to court. I want to play, y'all aren't letting me, y'all are colluding. Because I did this. But the thing that's bothering me is you're not letting me play.
Yeah, like it's the whole him. If he gets signed tomorrow, I'm pretty sure he's still going to take knees and protest.
See,
and stuff
that's
like that.
what we don't know.
Okay.
Right? That's what nobody knows.
Well, that's because he doesn't speak.
Well, nobody's allowed to speak.
Is Eric Reed still taking a knee?
Kaepernick doesn't. Yeah, he still takes knees.
So Eric Reed,
we don't know.
No, Eric Reed's back in the league.
I know he's on the Panthers, but we don't know what's going to happen after this decision.
Okay, after this decision.
This is so. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of things we do not know. Mm-hmm. The only thing we do know for certain is that Eric Reed and Colin Kaepernick chose money over a public admission of guilt.
I don't agree.
No. You don't have to agree or not. It's just facts.
It was the smarter decision.
It's not about agree. No, but let me clarify.
You cannot get a public admission of guilt.
Let me clarify. You lose a case, it's what?
What do you mean?
If the case is lost, you're guilty in what they attempted to do. Correct?
Okay.
If
the NFL loses.
Correct.
Right.
So, if you want to expose an organization for their corrupt ways and the collusion, and it's not about the money, but it's about exposing the organization for how fucked up they are, you go through with it all the way.
I don't agree.
Yeah, but he couldn't win the case. That's what they're saying. It's so hard to prove collusion in court. So that's why. It's like he would have lost the case, and then the NFL could have said, like, look, you see?
Like the NFL could have very easily squeezed every dollar out of Kaepernick and let this go to trial and let this drag on forever and ever until this motherfucker had 0 cents.
So it was never about so much collusion. Proof. It was just about trying to get them to pay him a bunch of money.
No.
This was, if you're not going to let me make a living.
I don't think you guys know what you're saying.
I know exactly what I'm saying. These are two. I know what you're saying. These are two different issues that you're talking about.
No. I'm just talking about collusion.
Okay.
Who cares about the knee?
Okay.
Right? Nobody gives a fuck about the knee. Let's just talk about collusion. What is the goal here, Colin? Is it prove collusion or get paid?
Well, that's the point of taking it to trial. I have to pay. We have to prove collusion because you prevented me from making a fucking living in this league.
The point is to get back into the league. Now, even if you prove collusion,
you don't want to play.
I don't think he does.
You don't want to play. So, but just
I don't agree. I think he wants to play.
He
wants to play.
He was training.
He wants to play.
Actually, I said I don't think he does. I don't think it's good for him to.
Yeah, I don't think he should.
Yeah.
I don't think he should. But I still think he wants to play.
Back up. Just to what you were saying. So again, let's break it down. You either prove collusion or get paid. You're saying there's no way to possibly win this case. Is that
it
correct?
Been hard for him to win.
Well,
the
you
case.
said before it was no way, but now hard.
No, I said it's very difficult.
Very slim chance.
Very slim chance, right? Okay, so going into the trial, you know that's a slim chance, right?
Yes.
Therefore, the goal of the trial is to get paid.
No.
You have to clarify what you're saying.
So,
You're saying multiple things.
If he goes
I don't think you know what you're saying.
No, but look. So now, if he goes to trial trying to prove collusion, if the NFL wins, now they can say, look, guys, we didn't collude against him.
Correct.
The NFL chose to settle because they don't want the details of the trial to get out into the public.
This is not what we're talking about.
It's quite possible that they could have gone to trial. He could have gone to his lawyers and say, look, you're not going to win this case. Mm-hmm. The best you can hope for is a settlement. And it's quite possible they were like, again, we don't know. They were just like, all right, but that would make the NFL look pretty bad, right? It would look pretty weird if the same guys who took fucking Deflategate to court and CTEs to court
they try
are
to get
suddenly
Tom
willing
Brady
to
the fuck
settle,
out of it.
then it probably does look like, so that's a win for me also. In addition to the money, which is great. We all want money. But that would make them look bad, right? We could go to court and all these facts come out and we would not win and I'd waste money. A settlement, it's going to look essentially the same.
I don't think it makes him look bad. I think it makes him look bad. I don't think it makes the NFL look bad.
I'll say this. If that's your perception, I cannot change that. Most people don't seem to have that perception.
Yeah.
And
you gotta look.
Stephen A. Smith agrees with me.
Stephen A. Smith says a lot of things.
Listen, if that's your guy, die on that hill, bro.
I mean, you gotta understand, like
he is the foremost
there's so many
sports journalist of our time.
The unmitigated goal. There's
just,
a lot
just to back up. So just to back up, because we keep on going over something. So if he's going to this knowing that he can't win, very slim chance of winning, he must be going in for the money.
Or knowing that a settlement is also going to make them look very bad and going to essentially prove my point that they colluded.
I'll take a settlement. That's a lot. That's not.
I don't think that's a huge stretch.
That's not okay. Let me ask you a question. Because let's not move the goalpost. Right? When a girl accuses a man of mistreating her or something like that and sues him, a civil case, let's say, what is she looking for?
Civil case? Money.
Not even a civil case. Let's say workplace harassment or something.
I don't know. Money, justice is one of those two.
Justice.
You think it's justice?
Yeah.
Do you honestly feel that way, or are we wasting time?
You said if a girl gets harassed at her job,
a girl saying,
she wants justice. She wants that guy to be fired.
Right, but that's not what it's about. She wants a settlement from her job. That's what 99% of these cases are about. I'm going to pay, the AT&T is going to pay X amount of dollars.
I mean, that's based on opinion.
No, it's not. Like,
it is,
guys, stop it with this fucking woke shit.
It's not woke
shit.
It is.
Not being woke, bro.
It is. Yeah, you know what? We should have transgenders just play all the sports, whatever they identify as with as well, because men and women are biologically equal. Like, this is the same kind of logic that we're having here. You know for a fact.
Those are two completely different things.
Really not. What you were accusing me of earlier, talking about potatoes or whatever the fuck, that's what that was. That's a real leap.
My point is, what we're doing is
ignoring
true facts
let me ask you this.
to make a point that we want to be true, but that isn't necessarily true. If somebody, for example, brings a lawsuit forward, we see this happen all the time with famous people, do we not? Famous people are potentially victims of lawsuits, yes or no?
Yes.
Let me go through this line of questioning, then you come back to me.
You already did this.
Okay, so is it possible that famous people are victims of lawsuits because they have money?
Yes.
Okay, is it possible that people want that money from famous people?
Yes.
Right. Do we know when a girl sues a famous person? Do we at least believe that when a girl is accusing a famous person of something that she might want things to get settled?
It's a possibility. Definitely
a possibility. Why is that not the possibility here? Why do we not keep that same energy here?
Because every girl and every person is different. I'm not going to say listen, at the beginning, if I say a girl's taking this guy to trial, it's a possibility she just wants money. If a girl is taking some fucking R. Kelly to trial, if a girl is taking this guy to trial and accusing him of some shit, it's possible she wants justice because I tend to believe that girl because I know the context of who she's accusing. Right. I know what Colin Kaepernick is accusing the NFL of, and I think they're guilty based on the NFL I know and love. So that's why I tend to treat this differently. Now, if a guy settles Kevin Spacey gets accused by a young man of rape. They go to court. Kevin Spacey settles with the guy so that it doesn't go to trial. Do you assume that makes Kevin Spacey look guilty, or do you think, that guy probably wanted to get paid? Kevin Spacey didn't want his name dragged through the mud. His pristine name dragged through the mud. Isn't it possible Kevin Spacey is thinking, look, I know I'm guilty, let's just keep this shit quiet?
Both are very possible.
Both are possible. But I can settle it. Both are possible.
But sometimes it's cheaper to pay someone off so that you avoid the scandal, right? We know that to be a fact.
Yes.
Hey, I found this fucking rat leg in my chicken tender. McDonald's?
Yeah.
What are you going to do about that?
Right.
Hey, let's just give you that money so you don't tell anybody there's rat legs in the chicken tenders because the cost of that story getting out there.
That's what we're saying.
That's what we're saying.
So he wants the money.
No, we're saying the NFL
I think he'll take the money. I think he'll take the money, but he also understands.
You don't know that you're proving my point, but go on.
I think he also understands them settling makes them look guilty. And that's cool for me because I probably can't win the case anyway. So early on, they might have... And it's not a huge leap, I don't think, to say for a lawyer to say, look, you're not going to win. They'll give you some money. And then Colin says, money's great. That will also make them look guilty. I'll take a settlement.
So are you trying to say that this whole Kaepernick thing was just for money? Like the whole thing?
No. He's saying by settling, Colin has decided in that moment, you know what? I'd rather have the money than keep my message that the NFL is corrupt and et cetera. But Colin's most important message, his dearest message, is not the NFL is corrupt. It is... Black people are getting treated poorly.
Which has nothing to do with the NFL.
Sure. Then that's what Kaz was saying.
It kind of does. Because
real quick, Kaz's point earlier was...
Police brutality has anything to do with the NFL?
Quick, let me go. Kaz's point was these are two different things. Colin Kaepernick taking a knee is what got him excommunicated, blackballed from the NFL.
Right.
But his point is, look, you guys are doing some shady shit. Let's go to trial over you not letting me play.
Right.
That's the case there. This isn't... You don't want black people to have justice. It's you're not letting me play.
Yeah, I know.
So it's quite possible. He said, look, in lieu of proving you guys are corrupt, I'll take some money. I can get that. But I don't think that takes away from the message of what he stood for or whatever. It's just, look, I want to play. If you guys aren't going to let me play and you'll pay me, fine.
Let me ask you a question. If you're a fan of the NFL and you're a person that thinks that Colin Kaepernick... his protests and that kind of stuff are for lack of a better word, bullshit, right? Okay. Which there are probably many people that feel
There's a lot of people, unpatriotic, is it just bullshit or like all that other stuff?
Let's say all the other stuff too, right?
Okay, fair.
And he agrees to a settlement from the NFL. How do you interpret that settlement?
I would say he's full of shit. Confirmation bias.
So that's my point, is that the goal of him doing this is not to convince people that already know racism exists.
That's a good point.
Right? Just like the goal of the police brutality, why I thought it was so poorly done, the police brutality protest, is because the only people that are agreeing are the people that already know that it exists and already experience it daily. Nobody is seeing that disagrees with him and go, I'm convinced now.
Okay. Can I say this?
Yeah.
In an argument, I remember this from fucking high school. Some public speaking teacher was like, you will never take anybody from one side of the story to the other side of a debate to the other side. It just doesn't happen that you 180 someone. Mm-hmm. What you can do is take the people in the middle over to your side and take the people all the way on the other side over toward the middle.
Sure.
Now, it's possible if I'm dug in, Colin Kaepernick's full of shit. This is my confirmation bias. Colin Kaepernick's full of shit. I'm Ava DuVernay. But it's also possible a lot of people who are in between, who are like, I don't know, when they settle, like, maybe the NFL really did have some collusion shit going on. I think that's possible. Oh, the NFL settled?
Now let's say you were someone
you gotta understand, as far as
doesn't agree with. Let's say you were someone who doesn't like Kaepernick and you thought it was bullshit, right? That same person we were just describing before goes to trial. Kaepernick goes to trial, and all of a sudden, throughout that trial, all this information that comes out proves beyond a shadow of a doubt that Kaepernick was colluded against, that the teams did come together, that it had nothing to do with the fact that he wasn't that good at being a quarterback, but it was everything to do with the fact that it was Colin Kaepernick and the league forcefully kept him out. At that point, can you refute that?
Yes.
I'm not asking you.
I do think so.
I'm not asking you.
I think people who are dug in will look at the truth and say, I think we see that all the time.
Yeah. Wait for it.
Especially with the NFL.
Wait for it. The phone records come out. You see the video. You see the conversations between the owners. Admission is there. You can't deny admission. You can't deny a phone call. You can't deny an email that says, hey, we're not picking up Kaepernick. Hey, Ravens, I know you're thinking about it. We're not doing it. You can't deny that, right? If it's written there and you see it, right?
Yeah.
Don't you think that would have more of an effect of changing those people's opinions?
Yes.
R. Kelly sex tape. He went to trial. There was a tape.
Let me just talk
him.
to Akaash about this.
That's a good point, and that's what I was going to say about the NFL, and maybe you can tell me how this is different. Kareem Hunt, that's on video. The NFL says we stand against domestic violence. Less than a year later, he is signed to a team. By the end of the season, 3 months, quarter of a year, he is signed to a team. There's video evidence. I'm watching this. The NFL's telling me they care about domestic abuse. They care about because those same people want upstanding football players. Right. They want heroes. They don't want monsters. There's a monster. NFL, I saw it on video. NFL cut him from one team, hasn't even suspended him yet. He got signed to another team.
Right.
So I think there's a lot of
forgivable kick. Dead serious. Forgivable kick. Wasn't violent enough. Ray Rice, violent. Dragging a lifeless body out of
the end of his career. He was already at the end of his career.
Sure, but dragging a lifeless body out of an elevator, a little bit different than the kick that we saw. And I think it was, there's levels to this.
Those people, probably a black dude shoving a white girl to the ground and kicking her in any fashion.
Let's stay on Kaepernick.
Those guys, these guys that you're trying to convince, they're the same group of people. I know these guys. I grew up with these guys.
Sure.
A black dude shoving a white girl to the ground?
Sure.
It's pretty unforgivable.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
It's a bigger deal than a black guy shoving a black girl to the ground or a white guy shoving a white girl to the ground.
Sure. I guess what I'm just trying to say is, like, if you really cared about changing minds and like changing hearts, do you know what I mean? You expose what's really happening, right? Like Martin Luther King. Once those videos and pictures came out with the dogs being sicked on people, changed shit.
There were two different things, though, man. There's two different things. It wasn't like he took his livelihood away.
Right.
Like, that has nothing to do with, like, Martin Luther King exposing, or people seeing, like, videos of dogs getting sicked on black people, whatever.
But there are people, what I'm saying, Kaz, is that side doesn't believe that the NFL took the livelihood away. They believe he wasn't good enough to make the livelihood.
I believe that there's several means to the same end. I believe that him taking this deal accomplishes the fact that these guys are doing some fucked up shit. This is the topic. I'm not moving the topic.
You're telling me your opinion on it. I'm saying
no. I'm on the topic.
Okay.
This is the topic. I believe that him taking a deal. You say that him taking a deal takes away from his overall message.
No. I'm saying not only does it take away, I say it justifies everything that everybody disagreed with him about. Everything that they disagree with about, they go, told you. He just wanted it for the money. That's all he wanted.
So what he's saying is, if you believe the way, because
now it doesn't mean they're right.
I don't agree. I mean,
again. Let me clarify. Okay. Again, it does not mean that they're right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It does not at all mean they're right. Cap could be 1,000% right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But it gives the people that disagree with him a complete justification for their beliefs.
Okay, I can agree with that.
But if Cap kept to it and went all the way through trial and exposed this nefarious plot to keep him out of the league, all those people, this whole time, they're like, he's just not good enough, bro. He's just not a good quarterback. All of them would be forced to eat their words when they saw emails come out from the league saying we are colluding to keep him out. They would be forced. It's just like, imagine emails come out with Trump and Putin talking to each other. They're like, yo, we're going to rig the election. We got your back. And then you do whatever we say in the thing. Every one of those motherfuckers is pro-Trump would have to read that fucking email and be like, all right. I was wrong. I didn't believe in collusion. I'm wrong. You'd have to, because it's proof.
You have more faith in people.
I know.
I was about to say, like, you have, like, some people are really fucking hard-headed, and, like, bro, and one example, the Trump and Putin shit, like, okay, maybe we won't ever see cold hard evidence of that, but there are certain things that Trump said and did, and there has been cold hard evidence since then that's come out like, hey, this is a full-blown lie, and you're still not convincing people that they're not going to support Trump. They are Trump guys, and you are not going to change them. It's the same thing with this Kaepernick shit. There are some Kaepernick people, there's some anti-Kaepernick people, and you are not going to convince them either way. I believe him taking his deal is the same. It's a certain means to several different ends, okay? Like, I don't think that if he took this deal and he took it all the way to court and he fucking gets wrung out dry by a company that a corporation that's way bigger than him, that he doesn't accomplish the same thing by taking a deal and saying, like, see, look, these guys who took Tom Brady to court, who took concussions to court, who took all these fucking things to court that were complete either bullshit or unwinnable cases, and the NFL was like, nah, we're good. Take the money, please. Like, please
so go to court then.
But if you think it's what I would say to you,
Do you see what I would
say to you, you can say this is a miscalculation. I think it's a big leap to say he blatantly chose money over the issue. Maybe he thought it through incorrectly. Maybe he thought like Kaz and thought there's several different means to this end. It's not worth it, whatever. That's a miscalculation. That's not, I just want to get paid. Fuck that.
I'm not saying any of that. I'm not saying how he felt. I can't tell you how he felt. All I can say is how it can be interpreted. And you guys who stand with Cap and me, I support Cap and whatever the fuck he wants to do. It doesn't matter whether I agree with it, if it's the most efficient way or not. I support his ability to do it. I'm just talking about the perspective and the perception of this decision. Like you said, concussion, right? They went at him. They went at Tom Brady, bro. Okay, look. The golden child. Concussion, right? They go at him, right? With all the confidence in the world, like, we're going to trial. Tom Brady, all the confidence in the world, the NFL's, we're going to trial.
The Saints.
Fucking
Bountygate.
All the confidence in the world, we're going to trial. Now you got Cap, and you're not willing to go to trial, and then Cap taps out? Go to trial, fam. If anything, what you're telling me right now.
You seeing it as Cap tapping out, a whole mess of other people seeing it as the NFL tapping out.
They did tap out. Yeah. The NFL did tap out. And if I'm Cap, I got that fucking guillotine choke tight, and I'm waiting till they pass out. I'm going, oh, you think you're going to get me out of here for 40 mil? Nah. I'm breaking it down.
I think it was way more than 40
mil. 80 mil, it don't matter.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm breaking the CBA. I'm changing shit for players from now on. I'm gonna show justice because you just showed me that you're willing to go to court for anything, but this you're not. That's how I know that you're scared. And if you're that scared, I got you where I want you. And then he just took the 60 mil. Like, you're going to get more than the 60 if you win.
There's no confirmation of 60 mil.
We don't have money. But I'll also say this.
Whatever amount of money.
Concussions, motherfuckers, we know concussions is a thing. All of us, right? The Kaepernick type people. I go home to Texas. I ask about letting their kids play football. Yeah, man. I don't let my kids play football. It's not dangerous. That's if you don't know how to tackle. No matter how much evidence there is, a large group of people is still not going to believe
the
it.
argument I've heard from people who are cool with their kids still playing football is this: I let my kids skateboard, which I think is a good argument because I've had concussions skateboard and I'm doing that. And the point is, there are many different ways where you can get concussions that you allow your kids to do. Go skiing, like snowboarding. Like, there's so many different ways. And that argument, I'm not going to hate on you for. It's like, all right, like at a certain point in time,
Yeah.
It's a whack argument, to be honest. Like, just logically, you take a lot more hits to the head playing football than skateboarding. Like, just logically. And I mean, obviously not gonna let my kid play football because look at me. But like, that's not. If you want to let your kid play football, cool. But that's not. I let my kid skateboard is a different thing. A lineman is taking hits to the head every single fucking play.
But this is the exact point I was trying to make earlier.
But that doesn't mean
skateboarder doesn't fall every time he tries a trick. A skateboarder falls once or twice. It's not about the concussions. The thing that causes CTE the most, they say,
is the repetitive. Okay, boxing. You know what I mean?
A lot of people aren't letting their kids box.
MMA is exploding around the world. It is one of the most popular things in the world right now. Tons of people are letting their kids do MMA, wrestling. They're letting their head get slammed up against a thing, and that's repetitive slamming. There's a lot of different things that hurt your thing. You could say skateboarding isn't a thing. The difference is when you do fall skateboarding, you fall very hard and often get concussed. So yes, it may not be that like repetitive, constant like pounding, but you have severe concussion when it happened, right? So it's like, it is an understandable argument, is what I'm trying to say for these people. Football is not the only thing that can hurt you. Many things can hurt you.
Of course. But that's the same point I was trying to prove. There's certain people you're just not going to change their mind. And
that's fine. Yeah. But you had the opportunity to break them, Cap. Cap, you had them where you fucking wanted them. Nobody had them this close in the history, right? Like, nobody had him this close. I thought
concussions had him this close.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of shit came out. Every fucking football player who dies, they find I got CTE. Every one of them.
Bro, what was it, Chris Nowinski? That's the name, Chris Nowinski, the dude from Harvard, whatever. Fucking Junior Seau fucking goes crazy.
Javon Belcher, whatever his name is.
All these people, like, it's cold, hard evidence.
Old player just died And his kids talked about living with him the last however many years of his life.
Yeah,
He was a monster.
and Chris played football. Like, he played football in Harvard. Like, he could have done the same thing and stepped on their necks and been like, hey, we can take out the NFL because this is a violent fucking sport and people shouldn't play it. And the NFL's like, nah, we're going to beat it. And they did.
They fucking beat it.
And they did.
And they were scared of this cap case.
And the cap was like, and the cap shit happened and they were like, if this shit comes out, we're probably not going to have any black people play in our sport.
So if I'm Cap, I'm going all the way. Can we understand that?
I understand.
Can we understand that
I can
position?
feel that.
I understand that. I totally understand that.
You got him right there, Cap. You went so far. You went so fucking far. It's like,
I mean, who's to say that it's over though? Like, this was specifically, the case here was specifically, you guys kept me from making a living. That's it. There's nothing saying that he's not going to continue to be on the NFL's neck about fucking about everything else he was fighting for.
great.
You know, so I mean, the motherfucker needed to get paid, bro. He got paid. The shit got taken care of. And there's opportunities for him now. Like, there's reports saying the Panthers or the Patriots are interested in him. I'll believe it when I fucking see it. But now that case is over, it makes it a lot easier for him to be picked up. Seeing Eric Reed get signed for another 3-year deal after this season with the Panthers, another good thing that makes you think, okay, there's an opportunity that he could be in the NFL now.
If I'm the NFL, I say one of you teams better pick up Cap and you better pick up Eric Reed. And if they were smart in that negotiation or in that settlement, they made rules that they had to act the exact way that they wanted them to act.
What do you mean by that?
For example, no more kneeling, no more whatever. You stand with the flag, you do this, that, the other. You have to do all these things. And if I'm the NFL, if you really want to show that they took a buyout and that you could just pay them off and they didn't care about it, you make sure they're on a team and then make sure they behave the exact way you want
Make
to
sure
do.
they stand for the flag.
And then,
Can't do that.
But if they do, because we don't know what the settlement is. We don't know what the settlement is.
But they already signed Eric Reed. He's already on a roster, and he's still kneeling. Motherfuckers are still kneeling.
We don't. But we haven't had a game.
Though. His point is pay them in a settlement.
No, I get the point.
And then that would prove his point. They would, in the same way, they'd pivot just like everybody else pivots their thing. They'd just be like, look, we got our point across. We're going to use this money to go into this thing and that thing and that thing. There's no way to just, you can't, you really want to win these things. There is no winning. Everybody can pivot out of everything.
Can't pivot out of that loss. That's what I'm saying. If I'm Cap, I would have went all the way.
Like the NFL could have just, there's a way around, like there's no, I know in debates and shit and like even stuff like this, you want that fucking win. Ain't no win in this for either side.
Right.
There's no, I'm going to get them to show their true colors.
Right.
People believe what they believe. Anyway, let's move on.
Let's move on.
All right, we're going to pay some bills, man. We got another ad.
More ads, let's do it.
Yeah, we got another new advertiser. Actually, I think this is fucking dope. It's a company called Caavo. Okay. Now, one thing that I have not been able to understand is the concept of a universal remote and why it is not commonplace. Okay. It takes me minimum 2 remotes to turn on my TV and my home theater, right? Like you need a 3rd remote to turn on potentially your Xbox. You can use the Xbox remote, but you're constantly grabbing different things. And I'm like, why the fuck hasn't there been some sort of universal remote that just controls every single thing? And this company, Caavo, comes to us. It's spelled Caavo, by the way. But essentially, it's a control center. It just simplifies your home theater. So the control you have, it's connected to your TV, everything, and it has a voice control as well. So it's almost like some Siri shit.
Oh, that's dope.
So Siri's turn your audio on, it's turn your TV on.
I really need that because I lost one of my remote controls.
That's another thing. It's like you don't even, like the idea of losing a remote, you shouldn't have to lose a remote.
Yeah.
It should be one remote. You shouldn't have all of them. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I think it's absurd. I don't even understand why it's not all connected to the one TV in the first place. But essentially, it's this cool. I mean, it's really dope. They sent me it, and I have this one thing that I voice command. I can do everything I want, and then if I don't want to do voice command, obviously you can use the remote to do it. But it just has everything perfectly on control. You hook up everything to it, and it's done. The fact that you can just enjoy your TV watching experience without having to, have all these different fucking devices. I mean, for me, it makes it very nice. The reality is like, this is how every TV should be. I don't know why the fuck they haven't done it, but shouts to Caavo for coming in and knocking it out of the park. You can shop right now. You can get 40% off, right? You get this control center, 40% off. It's $100 control center, $99.95, but you get it for $59.95. That's 40% off, okay? Now, the service plan is required for the first 45, but the first 45 days are free, okay? So the control center is available at caavo.com. And Best Buy, of course. The control center is by Caavo. One remote that does it all. You could use our code. It's always Flagrant. Every single ad is always Flagrant. And you can get this shit, man. Just do it, dude. It just simplifies fucking everything. I don't understand why we want to make things difficult. We want to make things as simple as humanly possible. Caavo does that for your control center. Okay, you don't want to have a girl over. I mean, I've had situations where I have a girl over, I've lost my fucking audio remote, and now we're just looking at the TV that's on. It's just it's sad.
If I had a nickel for every time I lost a fucking Apple TV remote.
Bro, the Apple TV
it's
alone.
so fucking little.
Bro, I lost a fucking Amazon Fire Stick controller a month ago. We just haven't found it. We just don't have Amazon Fire Stick anymore.
Dude, anyway, so check out Caavo, man. Obviously, when you check out Caavo and you support it, you support this podcast. So if it's something that works for you, give it a try. Go look it up. I'm sure you could check out some videos and stuff on YouTube and, give a little bit more demonstration of exactly how it works and how simple it is. And again, always, anytime you get any of these products, we want to hear your feedback. Let us know how it works. Let us know how you enjoy it, all the pros and cons, everything about it. We want to make sure you guys are satisfied with everything that's on this show. We believe in these products, and we want to make sure that you guys do as well, okay? Because we're not out here pushing no bullshit. We'd rather say no than say yes to some bullshit.
Up.
Real talk, man. So remember, that offer code is always Flagrant. You let us know how it is. Let's get back to the show.
I got a timeline tale, guys.
Timeline
tale.
Talk to me.
Barstool Sports reports Mike Tyson once offered a zookeeper $10,000 to let him in the silverback gorilla's cage to fight him. because the silverback was being a bully. Yes. Former boxing champion Mike Tyson claimed he once wanted to fight a silverback gorilla in the cage during a private tour around the zoo. During the walk with his former wife, Robin Givens, in 1986, Tyson reportedly asked a member of the staff to let him go head-to-head with the primate.
That's how you know he didn't hit Robin. I bet she was annoying as fuck, and he was like, "Look, man, just let me fight this fucking gorilla." You're getting on your nerves, and then you upset everybody else.
I'm gonna get away from this bitch. Goddamn, give me the fucking silverback. I can take him.
This bitch nagging me so much. Let me in the fucking cage.
I'll pay you, nigga. Get me in there. Let me get in there. Goddamn it. Nah, but it's a classic.
$10,000 in the '80s, fam.
It's a lot. $10,000 in the '80s is like.
Look at this motherfucker. That gorilla would have beat his ass.
He would have beat
the
fuck out. That's how you know Mike Tyson was on all the coke back then.
This definitely after Cuss died. Cuss ain't letting that shit happen.
Holy shit. Have you ever seen like a silverback actually fight? Like fucking, National Geographic, just seeing them in like the wild doing shit.
Nah, bro.
I love prime Mike Tyson. He would have tore him like a fucking beef jerky stick. He just fucking.
I've seen one slam against the glass at a zoo.
Oh yeah, the little girl did this shit. She beat her chest, and then they take that as very like you're challenging their territory, and then you ran for the glass in the zoo, punched that shit, and put a little crack in it.
Oh no, I saw it in person.
You saw it in person?
Yeah.
No way. What happened?
No, nobody was really doing anything to it. I remember being there. And
I mean, that'd be pretty fucking cranky in a zoo, probably.
Oh, absolutely. But it was insane. He took like 2 hops. It was crazy how quick he came over. And then he just smashed the glass.
Oh, I would have shit myself.
I want to see a gorilla in a
I would have
fucking
shit myself.
It was fucking, it was crazy. But you could see the raw power, and all they eat is vegetables. That's what I don't understand about these, like monkeys specifically. Like, in order for us to build protein, build muscle. We got to eat like all protein, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Where is their protein? They're just eating leaves.
They're just fucking. They just come out the womb like that. It's just naturally fucking.
It's genetics, man.
Yeah.
But like, what produces their muscle? How do they turn leaves into muscle?
I don't fucking know. I mean, they're not built like us, man. They don't need that shit.
We're 99.9% the same. The 1.1 is turning muscle out of leaves?
I guess, bro.
Like, nobody wonders that? Like, why don't we do gorilla diet Right? Like that should be the diet. They don't eat, and they don't eat any
You made
animals.
this a book. You could sell this shit straight up.
The Silverback diet.
Silverback diet, bro.
Write this shit, dog.
So with this hypothetical fight,
yeah.
Prime Mike Tyson. I'm not gonna say he beats up the gorilla.
Not even
I'll be a little bit
that
more
gorilla
realistic.
Would tear him in half.
The gorilla would actually
tear him in
pieces.
fucking half.
How many hits does Prime Mike Tyson get off? I'm not saying he even affects the gorilla. How many hits does he get off before Silverback just?
I don't know, because that arm, look at the arms on that Silverback, dog. Look at the fucking arms. Look at the
reach. The reach. That's what I'm saying. How the fuck do you even get close? Yeah. How do you get close?
No, because
he might slip under and get one to the gut.
In the gut, maybe?
So here's what's going to happen.
Do you
the
drop onto his
gorilla
back?
is going to charge directly at him.
Mm.
Okay? So Mike has one punch. It's just one punch. He's going to charge straight at him. There's no like technique or anything with gorillas. Like you've seen them go at each other. It's just they're like rams. Yeah. So he's got one shot. If he connects,
I don't think he does shit. I think the Silverback.
You said if Tyson connects with one shot.
It's over, dude. That's Iron Mike, bro. There's no way. Dude, you think that guy could handle one punch? The girl can have one. If it's one punch. Now, if he misses, he's dead. He's torn apart. The girl eat his face.
I still think the gorilla could handle one. Look at that fucking face.
Look at his face. Dude, his fucking head is as big as his fucking mouth.
One punch.
Nah, Mike could get him. He throws a banana peel.
One punch.
This guy think Michael Jackson innocent. He just loves Michael.
No, wait. He throws the banana peel and then the monkey just slips.
Bugs Bunny, that shit.
He's got some Home Alone
Look
movie
at
track.
this fucking gorilla, dog.
If he squares up, are you kidding me?
Dude, one shot. I think Mike could drop him.
He doesn't even reach his fucking balls. Where is he hitting them?
I also think that like some primal shit where like if he stung him real good, it would be like, oh, he's the alpha male. I'm not going to fuck with it anymore. You know what I mean? That happens with animals, right? Like if you punch a shark in the nose, then it will stop trying to eat you.
That is true.
That's a real thing,
that is
right?
True. If you
they're
swim,
different animals, though.
You got to
but,
pop
like,
them on
maybe,
the nose,
but listen,
and then they'll swim away.
But there's some similarities between,
sure,
you know.
Maybe.
You just got to prove you're the alpha.
I think he'll just go ravage in this.
What, the gorilla?
Yeah.
I think it'll piss him off. You kidding?
Jesus, man.
He wants to smash that Silverback snot box. His offer was declined.
How much longer did Robin Givens stay with him after? Like that's a telltale sign that you got to get out, right? When he wants to start fighting gorillas.
Jesus Christ.
Say again?
That one could probably get washed.
What's that?
This gorilla. Nah, but the Silverback is the motherfucker.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The
Like,
motherfucker.
I think Tyson could beat a gorilla.
Oh, God, dude.
A
I don't think
silverback
he'd beat a
gorilla?
gorilla. He damn sure ain't beating no silverback.
He ain't beating no fucking silverback. He might beat like
A chimpanzee.
a chip.
Yeah, I feel like I could beat it. I could beat up a chimpanzee. I feel like that. I feel like I could. But then they have really strong hands.
Yeah,
So like once
it'll
they
be a good
get you,
fight.
they got you.
It'll be a good fight. Like he could probably break out of a few, get some.
No. Once they get you, they got you, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they fucking hang on trees all day.
You know
That's
that dude
true.
fought like a mountain lion
He
and
choked the shit out of a mountain lion. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also don't believe that. I think he found a dead mountain lion, and then he was
He's
just
like,
I killed
look
it.
what I did.
I'm trying to support your argument here. I'm trying to help your
Oh,
argument out.
shit. I thought...
I'm trying to help you the fuck out.
My bad, sorry.
Oh my god. God damn.
Anyway, okay, what else we got, Akaash?
You heard Anthony Davis said he never said he didn't want to go to Boston?
Well, his dad said he didn't want
His
to.
dad said he didn't want to go to
Dad said
Boston.
it, yeah.
He basically said, I would go to Boston.
He said he'd go anywhere at this point. He's like, all 29 teams are on the table now.
Do you think LeBron's tampering helped? That's another question I want to ask. You guys were at the All-Star game.
Nope.
Did you see LeBron getting chummy with these guys? Team LeBron?
Yeah.
You saw it?
I mean, Bron's always chummy.
Yeah,
like
he's
All-Star
buddies
Weekend,
with
he's everybody. Like that's the one thing. Like it's weird to call it tampering because like, and that's the reason why people don't really fuck with Bron because like, oh, he doesn't have the Kobe killer instinct. Like you didn't see Kobe being all hunky dory with people and shit like that. Like LeBron's mad friendly, bro. Like he just loves everybody.
You gotta
so,
say
like,
that he pays you.
well,
You listen to somebody he don't pay. Alex, how you feel about LeBron?
I fuck with LeBron.
You didn't like him literally last year. Anyway.
Nah, but I mean,
but am I lying
think
though?
it
Like
works?
he's a friendly.
Motherfucker, just say the opposite.
Who is LeBron?
No matter what it
is
is,
that
you just say
annoying to
the
you?
opposite.
I know, right?
Is that annoying to you?
Coming from this person.
But I got an argument to back it.
I like him now.
All right, but who?
That's my
why?
argument.
Who does LeBron
I
legitimately
kind of like
not
him bossing up lately.
Bossing up?
Yeah.
Like what? Like what'd you like?
Not like the moves he's doing on Twitter and shit like that.
Oh, like the moves, yeah. Shut up.
Don't let him do that. Don't let him do that to you, Alex, bro.
Saying no.
But what,
I'm gonna be honest.
who
I
in the
was looking
league
for
does-
substance, and you didn't give me much.
Nothing, bro.
Yeah, you gotta follow up, Alex.
What's he bossing up with? He tried to get his whole team
Come on,
traded.
bro.
The shit
He's got a
failed.
shit ton of movies. He's got a shit ton of business.
I
Like,
had
you
your
gotta.
back, Alex.
It's right there. It's right
man.
there.
I just got
bro.
off a flight and
It's right
shit,
there.
man. Get out.
But like, there's nobody LeBron doesn't like.
But is it gonna
Like,
work?
he doesn't have like
tampering?
all
this shit.
I honestly think he fucked up the Lakers season. Like,
Oh, he fucked their season for sure.
yeah,
Yo,
I think he's fucked them up for. I think it'll take.
Did you
him
see that pathetic ass post supporting Kyle Kuzma?
in the rookie game
From Bron?
Rising Stars game?
That shit was embarrassing.
It's
yo.
embarrassing, man.
It was fucking.
I didn't see. I didn't know he
young
did that.
King,
Hearing that
I
is
see
embarrassing.
you, young king, taking over in the game nobody gives a fuck about. I see you out here, bright future.
What is he supposed to do?
Just like have fun in Phoenix.
What is he
Tell him
supposed to
the
do?
truth.
It's too phony. It's too like see-through phony. Like phony is one thing I don't like, but when it's see-through phony, I feel embarrassed for you.
Yeah.
Like that's embarrassing. I didn't see the post. I just heard about this from Andrew just now. But that sounds embarrassing. Like you clearly wanted to trade this guy. You didn't give a fuck. Now you're proud of him a week later because the trade fell through?
Young
It's
King.
embarrassing. Young King
Young
is
King, bro.
embarrassing.
Yes, sir.
If he's a
that
king,
era up
what's
there is
Anthony
just
Davis?
different. You said he was gonna get it this year, and you did. Way to show up and show out.
Bet Kyle
Kuzmania.
Kuzma didn't like that shit. Bet money
Think
Kyle
so?
Kuzma didn't like that shit.
I'm sure he did. You know, tried to trade him though. Tried to trade him though. I mean, it's facts. Like, and it's
Lil bro.
Listen.
What's up, little bro?
Hey,
There's literally almost 100 episodes of us bigging up LeBron all the time. I think
So we could be honest and
I think
say
he
he's fucking
fumbled
up.
the fuck
When
out of
we
this whole
bigged
shit.
up LeBron, it was because he did something big up worthy.
Of course, he fumbled this whole
This
situation.
is not big up worthy.
him, the Hornets.
I
Pelicans.
big up LeBron, and I shit on LeBron so that you know that I'm objective.
Yeah, we keep that same energy. I'm saying the same
Exactly.
shit. He fucked this thing
Yeah,
up.
I've been saying
Fuck
since
this
the
thing
jump,
up.
I don't like him going to the Lakers for him as a basketball player. For everybody else, for all the other shit, cool. I also think you could have waited 3 years to do that. You had another every year. Every contract you sign is 2 years.
Yeah.
Sign
Yeah.
another 2 year,
Well, you
maybe
got
another
4.
1 year. When you finally start falling off, go to LA. They're gonna welcome you with open arms.
Yeah.
Go start your shit over there. You need to do it now.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think he might have did it because Bronny wanted to play high school ball there. But
Yeah.
it's still like, listen, Bronny, you're gonna be good. I'm potentially the greatest of all time. Let me do this.
Yeah.
Let me lock this.
Well, I don't
in.
think Bronny's making the decisions in the James house.
No, I
There's
think
one thing I'm certain for.
a lot of people say LeBron.
Dad?
LeBron did it for his kid. Like he's such a great dad, whatever.
Right,
Which is
right,
I don't know if that's true or not, but
He's such
either
a
way.
great dad. He chose to live in one of the nicest places in the world. He's such what an amazing dad. what,
sunny Akron, Ohio.
What a sacrifice he made leaving
he
Cleveland.
did make a sacrifice.
What a
he played with
sacrifice.
fucking Kyle Kuzma as his second best
He's playing
player.
with Kevin Love.
Kevin Love's not whack.
What?
Kevin Love's not whack.
At least it was players you wanted.
Yeah.
You had the keys,
He
bro.
wanted Kevin Love, and he got him. And they
I
won a
think-
chip.
No, listen,
Won a chip out of
they
it.
did fine. I'm just saying.
You gave the keys to Magic. He driving straight to the YMCA, picking up players and doing other
And
things.
this is my whole thing with this Laker team. I never thought the young core was the problem. My problem was like, why are you picking up people like Lance Stevenson and Rondo? And
1 year deals because they're going to
McGee?
sign everyone. And maybe it works out and I'm the fucking idiot. But that was every Lakers fan's logic is, when this guy's a free agent, he'll just walk over here.
Oh yeah, I like the young core at the beginning of the year. I thought they were impatient this season. I thought they lost a couple of games. They were like, fuck it, we got to get a star. We got to do it now. We can't wait till the offseason. And they probably thought that LeBron probably has a little bit more tread on the tires than they realize. Not saying he's washed it all by no means.
He
still
seems
put up crazy
like
names.
this injury made me think, is he getting old?
He's got. I mean, he's 30. What 30?
He's 34.
4 at this point. Like, come on. Like, he's a human being. Like, Father Time is undefeated, but like he's not falling off that much. My thing is, I never had an issue with the young core. I thought Ingram, Kuzma, Lonzo, Josh Hart, very good players. It was the pickups in the offseason that made me look like, what the fuck are they doing? Like, he needs shooters and shot blockers.
Well, he was
Shooters and
basically
shot
saying
blockers.
throw the season away. Who cares about this season?
Yeah.
LeBron ain't in this to go to the second round. LeBron wants to win chips. If he really wants to be the GOAT, he wants to win championships. This was never this Lakers core, this Lakers whatever was never that team. So they were saying, let's sign 1 year contracts, and then next offseason, we'll get whoever we want to get. And then I think maybe everybody not signing with them, or like suddenly Kawhi didn't seem to want to go there. Paul George didn't want to go there when they were free.
Yeah.
So maybe
Paul
they
George
got
not going
impatient.
there was super telling. Like, that's when I was like, if there was anybody that was like a slam dunk, oh, he's definitely going to sign with the Lakers, it was Paul George. And once he stayed with Oklahoma City, I was like, okay, maybe this might not be. That's when they started going down the list. Like, okay, maybe we'll get Kawhi. Oh, okay, maybe we'll wait for Anthony Davis. Oh, okay, we'll get Klay Thompson. Then it's like,
you know, when we said this before. When you watch a documentary, it's really easy to convince you of whatever they want you to, because they have 3 hours of unedited, the best. That's what it is when you trade for a guy who's free the next year. We have 1 year to give you all of our best shit and convince you to stay. Toronto. Our understanding, when Kawhi went to Toronto, he was like, look, I'm leaving. I'm not going to stay here. Now it seems like it's 50-50. And he didn't want to be there at all. Honestly, Paul George was like, all right, cool, I'll go to OKC. It's just like I said in the argument. If he's in the middle, pull him all the way over.
I can see Kawhi staying, bro.
I could see
Kawhi staying in Toronto.
I'm not positive. I could see
And I'm going to tell you what's going to make him stay.
Use the bathroom.
Go ahead. I'm going to tell you when he's going to make him stay. Once he has that first playoff experience in Toronto, because there's not a lot of playoff atmospheres like those Toronto Raptors.
Oh, you're right about that.
Playing, and they are a good fucking team. They're way better than the Lakers are right now. And they got a legit shot at winning the championship this year.
Bruh, Kawhi weird though. Kawhi he weird. The Spurs were great.
This is true.
And he was like, nah, I'll leave. If that team has Kawhi on it, I mean, didn't they take Golden State? Wasn't he beating the shit out of Golden State?
He was beating the brakes off of Golden State before he got hurt.
I don't think they win that series, but they were up 23, then he gets hurt and everything falls apart.
Yeah.
LaMarcus comes back better the next year. He finally fits better. So you have a shot. Dejounte Murray getting better. He would have had a shot if he stayed, but he was like, nah, I'm out.
I agree. But, I mean, it's weird, though, because with Kawhi, I kind of see him as... I mean, the Spurs are good. The Spurs are always going to be good. And they got a really good piece back in DeMar DeRozan. But I'm like... Are they as good with Kawhi? Like, Kawhi's way better than DeMar DeRozan.
Oh, no. They're not as good as if I'm saying if Kawhi
the Spurs
had
are still
stayed,
good. Yeah.
I'm saying if Kawhi had stayed, that team had a shot at a title maybe.
I can see that.
This team, I guess, has a better shot, but like, I don't know if he cares that much. He's a weird guy. He's tough to figure out.
He's weird, bro. He's weird, man. Like, I just... I see the Clippers having the outside shot at scooping Kawhi over the Lakers.
That's apparently the front runner.
My thing is just like, if you're a free agent, do you care that much about playing with LeBron James over being your own guy? You know he's only got a couple years left. You're Kawhi Leonard. You're 20-something years old. You got at least, best case scenario, another good 10 years in the league. Maybe 5 of still being that super elite player. Do you want to waste those years being the LeBron sidekick?
Well, listen, again, this offseason could prove me completely wrong, but right now I think LeBron fucked up.
I think he fucked up. I really do think he fucked up.
From the beginning, I said, this is not the basketball move.
No.
If this is, I don't care about my career as much. But at this point, to me, if this continues to go this way, and I was willing to say he might be the GOAT, I think you start giving stuff like that up. If in these years where you're training to be in such good shape and you're trying to have a 20-year career and play with your son, I thought this was going to continue at this level. Yeah. But now all of a sudden it's like, nah, I'm just going to go to LA. I don't really care about the winning as much.
Do you think he rights the ship eventually?
With LA?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe, but at that point, how good is he going to be? Listen, again, everybody could go there next year and then I'm a fucking idiot and LeBron is the greatest. But if it keeps going this way, no. By the time he gets the ship righted, like you said, he's starting to look a little older.
Yeah. And I'm not saying that to say like, oh, he looks fucking washed. Like, he's still putting up like 26, 8 and whatever.
Like, suddenly for the first time, you're thinking, oh, LeBron's 34.
Yeah.
Whereas I never thought LeBron's age
He
before.
looked 34 for a couple of times this season, but like, he's still at the very worst, like a top 3 player. At the very worst. You know what I'm saying? But I have done the fucked up thing several times over his career and counted out LeBron James right at the half point of the season.
Yeah.
When the Cavs were fucking terrible, when the Heat, I mean, I don't think the Heat ever looked as bad as these teams did. The Heat always kind of looked like juggernauts for a while. They kind of fucked up that first playoff season when they went against the Mavs and lost or whatever. But I'm not going to do the thing and just like count out LeBron before the end of the season. I think they're going to make a run. I think he'll right the ship eventually. These guys are still young. They're still young and impressionable. He can get them all back on the right page and make that shit work again. But championship level, I don't know. And at this point, I don't even really think that bothers him. Like, I think he feels so secure and just in like secure with his own legacy and so happy with it. Like, I think if he never wins another championship, I don't think it phases him in the least. What do you think, Andrew?
That's what he says.
He said he's the greatest now.
What do you think?
Yeah, no, I think. Yeah, I don't know. I don't.
Do you think LeBron fucked up?
Yeah, that was what we were talking about.
Do you think
no?
As a basketball player,
I don't think. I always thought this year was like we'll take what we can get, but I said that from the beginning.
Yeah, it has to work out this offseason though. He got to get the guys.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't, he fucked up.
Yeah, but I think LeBron has a good track record of getting what he wants.
Yeah.
So until that doesn't happen, I mean, he really tried to make it happen this year, and maybe he does it, maybe he doesn't. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I feel like he gets it done. Because why wouldn't you go there? It's not like bad things happen from playing with LeBron. What's the negative?
I mean, you got to deal with a lot.
What? Winning?
If you're trying to be the guy,
it just comes down to this, right? It comes down to, do you want to win? It comes down to this. Do you want to go to the finals? Mm-hmm. There are two ways to get to the finals. That's be on LeBron's team or be on Steph's team. The East is up for grabs. So it's like, if you want to go, if you care about winning basketball games, you'll join up with LeBron or Steph. It's almost get anybody. Doesn't matter what the player is. If you want to go to the finals, you'll put up with whatever distraction. You'll put up with the restriction in minutes or ability to shoot, whatever. It just comes down to if you want to win.
Yo, honestly though, that Lakers team, the way they're set up, I don't think a big free agent get is what rights the ship. I think they have to be smart with their free agent money. I don't think they need to go after a guy like Kawhi. If you get him, great. I think you go after the Klay Thompsons of the world, the Chris Middletons of the world, like the people that complement LeBron's strengths the most. I don't think you just put names next to him and say, make it work. I think you either get players that are extremely good shot blockers, defenders, inside scorers that can make plays for themselves, and elite shooters. I think that Lakers team, the way they're constructed, they're one elite shooter away from being an over 500 team, I think. Like if they had a Chris Middleton starting for them in the beginning of the season, I could see them being a top 4 seed in the East, in the West. I think if they had Damian Lillard on that team, they're a top 5, top 3 in the West. They're an elite shooter away.
Damian Lillard is a really good player.
Oh, he's an amazing player. He's more than just an elite shooter, but I think they're an elite shooter away from being a contender. And right now they're just not.
Time will tell, guys.
Are you okay?
I'm good. Why are you looking at me? Like, what?
Your energy seems low.
I was like, did something happen out there? Did you just fall in the toilet? Like, did you shoot yourself on the way?
What do I got to do?
No, I'm asking.
I'm good. What do you want me to do? I'm responding to your thing.
Right now. And you're usually mad passionate.
You went outside.
You said your piece. Akaash, you can respond. Now everybody waiting for me to respond.
No, we were just, your energy's off.
Yeah, it was weird.
What?
It was different.
My energy is off by what?
No, it was just different. I didn't say it's off. I was like, did something happen outside? Did something happen?
No, I just went to the bathroom.
Talk about something?
You finished talking. Anybody else can talk when they finish, or I can carry that responsibility. That's fine. But the show don't got to stop.
It ain't stop. I was just asking if you were okay.
It did stop, and then you guys were like, Andrew. All right, I'll drive it. Is there anything else that we'd like to discuss today?
Last thing I have, I think, is, well, if you want to talk about any standout performances in the All-Star game, y'all were there. So if there's anything noteworthy commenting on, I was impressed by Dame Lillard.
Joel Embiid should never be allowed to come to another All-Star game again. There isn't a more boring player to watch on the face of the universe than Joel Embiid in an All-Star game. His game is the antithesis of what an All-Star game is about. An All-Star game is excitement. An All-Star game is fast-paced. An All-Star game is deep threes or dunks. and Joel Embiid is molasses slow, layups, maybe a slow plodding Euro dunk and mid-range jumpers. I booed every single time that he took a mid-range jumper in the game. I just booed. Every time he touched the ball, I just boo. I didn't even understand why he was in the game. It made no sense whatsoever. I don't even think they should allow centers in the game. I think the center position should be wiped off of it.
3 forwards and 2 guards now, right?
That was they were trying to get rid of it, but like if you should have like a 40 time. And if you can't run, like Jokic, horrible too. Jokic is painful to look at when he walks up the floor.
He was doing like running sky hooks. Nobody wants to see that shit, bro.
Out of the game. Jokic, Embiid, the game should not.
LaMarcus Aldridge.
Oh my God, awful. Anybody whose game is mid-range jumpers should not be allowed in the game. I love that Chris Middleton came to the game and just hoisted the first 3 threes.
Yeah.
Just hoisted.
Balls.
That's what makes the All-Star game. No, he hit
the first 4, right?
He hit his first 3.
He had balls to shoot that. In his first
I thought you meant like
balls.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's like you're not even the name.
Yeah.
You're not even who's out there.
But that's what
nobody
it's
wants
for.
to see you. Literally nobody. And I'm watching it. The only thing I can think about is when the Knicks signed Chris Middleton in the offseason, Knicks fans are going to be like, but remember in the All-Star game, he hit the first 3 threes. He's going to be elite. He's going to be a good player.
Yeah, man, nice.
What you got to do is, what?
No, just make a joke. He was looking nice.
Exactly, right? So what you got to do is you really got to curate this game. And you have to curate it based on the players. And look, if somebody makes it, let LaMarcus go in there. He can get 3 minutes and then get him the fuck out of there. Because when LeBron's team made that comeback, did you watch the game?
Yeah.
They were just coasting for the first 4 quarters, right? And then LeBron's team put a knockdown 3-point shooter squad in there.
Yeah.
Right?
Dame, Clay, who else?
I don't know if Chris was still in it. KD. And maybe, I don't even think LeBron played until the last. No, LeBron came in at the end. Right. And it was just like, okay, we'll get back in the game now. It was one of the coolest things I've seen.
When they were just shooting 3 after 3 after 3. Also, I gotta leave soon to catch his flight, but I gotta give Dirk props real quick.
It was great.
Yeah, that was great to watch, man.
But that moment, 3 after 3.
But it was like
bang, bang, bang.
It showed you like in an All-Star game, you see almost like the least amount of effort.
Right.
But what's cool about it is you can see when they turn it on. Yeah. You saw the difference between there were 3 moments in the All-Star that I really liked. Yeah. The first is just let's have some fun, right? And then it was like, oh, okay, how do we get back into a game? Just knock down threes over and over and over again. And so that was really exciting to see. And then the other thing I was really cool to see is when D'Angelo Russell put it between Kyrie's legs, and Kyrie, what he should have done is just let him do the move and go. But Kyrie stood there and leaned his shoulder into D'Lo's chest and said, "You're not getting away with this fucking move at all." Went in there, stopped it, and then of course Dirk.
Right. Yeah. That was dope.
Like Dirk was just
the Dwayne Wade LeBron alley-oop was dope too.
That was cool. And they almost got the photo off. They tried to do the thing again. Did you see it like side to side? Yeah, like
where you know that picture they have the Dwayne Wade.
You're saying that when they took pictures of it, they
did a side to side
because they did that picture in Charlotte 10 years ago. That's where that original photo happened. So they tried to recreate it basically, and they almost got it. Like
when he does the play,
but Wade was like looking back, it's like, oh, is he there? That's how you know they're both kind of washed.
Yeah, the Dirk moment was cool. I don't know if they played it for.
Did he get the love? It seemed like he was getting love from the fans.
So the most love that he got was, I don't know if they played it at home, but they did this game
with Luka, right?
Yes. Did they play that at home?
I don't know. I think they showed on All-Star Saturday night.
There's a Do You Know the Song game.
The Whisper Challenge.
What is it called?
The Whisper Challenge.
The Whisper Challenge. So they both listened to it. It was really funny. They were listening to out of the same pair of headphones. Like you couldn't buy another pair of headphones. But so they had the headphones folded and they were both listening. And they were playing all these like old songs. Right? And Luka had no fucking clue what any of the songs were. And Dirk kept knocking him out of the park. And it was like he got a black wife. It's just like everything about like all anybody in the arena could think about was that scene of him walking out of practice with like the plate on top of the other plate. Like he got Shay. What was the name of the song? Shy.
Shy.
All for You.
Fall in love.
Yeah.
If I ever fall in love, like, but it was like the
banger.
beat started, and he was like, oh, Shy, if I ever fall in love, and the arena, like a couple built, right? Like there were 2 or 3 built, and then Shy, if I ever fall in love, came on, and then he hit it real quick, and the arena just started clapping. Everybody was like all board.
It's like he's such a. I was talking about this on Twitter the other day. Has there ever been like a more beloved superstar?
It took a long time,
NBA?
man.
It took a while. Like, it's
People
like
hated on Dirk. I was one of them.
after he won the chip, he was like just the most like, okay, like there's people you hate. I mean, there's people you don't like, but nobody hates Dirk. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you're not getting another one of those, man.
Nah,
never
man, it's
left
hard.
his team.
It's
He was
hard,
just, even when
bro.
the Mavs were terrible and making bad move after bad move, he was like, I have no interest in going anywhere.
Stuck it out.
I'm here.
Stuck it
I'm
out,
not
man.
that guy that's just gonna leave and chase rings.
We may never get that again.
He was also a very unique specimen because, like, he learned how to be American through African Americans.
Yeah.
So there are things that he does that are authentic.
Yeah.
Because that's the only thing that he knows how to do.
Right.
But they don't fit his face.
Yeah.
Right? Like, but even the way he like talks to teammates, it's not like he's trying.
Right. No,
It
it's just him.
truly is who he is. Yep. You know what I mean?
He's been in the NBA longer than he's been alive.
Right.
Which is like...
Right. Because he's 41. Yeah, that's right. So it's like, it's a rare... I think that adds to it. Like, there's this endearing quality because it's like an alien landed and the alien only knows how to like dap people up. And, like, You know what I mean? And it's not fake.
Yeah.
Like, that's not what he does on his planet,
like,
but that's truly the only thing he knows.
It's like, it's weird. Like, I hate when people are like, oh, he's invited to the cookout. I'm like, bro, Dirk's probably hosting his own cookout. That's the whole show with him, bro. Like, he's got a black wife. He comes with the fucking, the foil plate. Not even Tupperware. It's foiled.
No,
That's how I knew.
I think he had the plate on top of the plate.
The plate on top of the plate.
That's how you know it was.
Yeah, it was the paper plate on top of the plate
foil.
with foil over
Okay,
it. I was
cool.
like, oh, his wife black as shit. Oh man, anything else?
So yeah, man. No, that's it.
Shout out to Joe Harris, won the 3-point contest, Brooklyn Net.
Oh yeah,
Tight.
whatever that was.
Yeah.
That was great. I thought also Saturday night was fun, man. I thought 3-point contest was fun. Dunk contest was fun.
Oh yeah, the dunk contest.
That was crazy.
I
Diallo
thought
it was
or whatever.
fun.
Yeah.
Bro, rewatch those dunks and
Yeah.
talk about it on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Dude, what's so crazy about it is like now Amadou Diallo is a dunker. Like back when we were growing up, Amadou Diallo was a guy that the NYPD put
Got a plunger
in
up his ass.
Oh, that's the same name?
Same name, bro.
Yo, but
me.
weirdly enough, when I was looking at Amadou Diallo, the basketball player's whole arm inside the rim, I was like, that's not the first time someone's been deeply penetrated named Amadou Diallo, okay?
Oh, that's good.
This time he did the penetrating. And
Oh
that's,
my god.
Payback, baby!
that's progress.
Exactly.
That's how
on
you
that-
won the show. Fuck.
On that note, there's been another episode of Flagrant 2. Thank y'all so much for listening, man. We'll see the Patreon peoples over on patreon.com/flagrant2 this Friday. Obviously, Akaash is going to be away for a few weeks in India. When do you come back, Akaash?
March 6th.
March
I'm flying
6th.
in, going straight to Patreon.
Okay, bet. So we'll see him March 6th. I got shows this coming up weekend in San Diego and then Los Angeles. So make sure you go get those. Those are the last views from the Sis shows. And then March 3rd, we're dropping the special. The special starts, man. I mean, there might be a chance that I drop a little something on... yeah, I'll see you later, brother.
All right, bro.
There might be a little chance I drop
Safe
something.
travels, man.
A little sneak something a week early. Maybe. So watch out, but it's definitely going to be Sunday. But thank y'all so much for listening. All right?
Word.
Keep it tight.
And it's my
Peace.
birthday Thursday, so
Oh, shit.
let's
Happy
go.
birthday, Kaz.
Send me lots of free shit.